Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everybody out there. YouTube land, the Moz coming to you with another episode of Moz's Toy Box. This is Toy Photography Talk. Today we got a nice panel of Cinematoygrapher and Loco Lu. Let's bring them in the chat, guys. Let's bring them in. What's going on, people? I gotta unmute you guys because I'm a bad host. I kept you muted. All right, there we go.
Unacceptable. Canceled.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, you hear that?
What are y'all doing?
That. What is that?
What am I? I'm tearing the walls down, baby. That's what I do best.
With what, Gas? I didn't even see you move, man.
No. That's the garage door. That's the garage door.
Look at Loco Lu. Not messing around
Look
today.
At Loco Lu. Yeah, he's not messing around. He's got his Power Rangers and stuff, man. Let's give a shout out to everybody in the chat real quick, though.
Hey,
Noble Young, chat. First one in here as usual, man. He loves to use his elbow cough thing, you know. I don't know what I never know what he's talking about whenever he says stuff, man. It's like he's his own little world. But Carlito actually noticed that too, because what's up, Carlito? How you doing today?
How's it going, sir?
But yeah, he responded, Noble Young as well. He says, one day I'll decipher the code and figure out what you're trying to tell us. And I thought it was just me, so I'm pretty happy that it's not just me.
I have an idea. Cough in the elbow. COVID cough.
I kind of get that. But everything else, I mean, he says in 2024 it's 187 on a potato. What?
One day we'll understand.
One day we'll get it.
Yeah. Everything will line up perfectly.
Noble Young, his internet crashed. But let's see. There's Carlito again. Hot Toys Hotline. What's going on, man? He says, "What's up, Moz and people in the chat? Hope you're all doing well." We are doing well.
We are doing.
At least I am. I haven't really had a chance to talk to Lou yet, or Harry so much, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. They look like they're healthy. At least they're there
we're
breathing.
We're alive. We're alive. We're breathing. So
Doc,
I don't know about y'all. I don't feel alive. I feel dead.
I'm still here. I'm sure you do because you're a busy bee. Documentary says, "Hey fellows, Loco Lu, love the Rangers, love the Rangers."
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
Thank you.
Hot Toys again. He's jumping in there. He says, "Lou, my dude, what's going on, bro?"
I'm good, broskis. How you doing, man? How you doing?
CT 603, Moz, Harry, Loco Lu, Tuesday in the rear view. Let's close strong. We will.
Yeah.
And then the last one in the chat right now, OG fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars.
Wow.
I can't even do it. I can't keep up. It's just too much. So guys, if you're new to the channel, I know I got a few new people that we're talking about coming in here. We're gonna go over your pictures and stuff, and for all the people that have tagged, I noticed my hashtags are kind of working again. Actually, I was checking my hashtag, and like my recent pictures are all there from like the past week. So I was like, wow.
Yeah, Instagram started working a little bit better, but it's still an issue. It's still an issue because they're messing with the algorithms and stuff, and
they suck.
No, it's called agenda pushing, and if I want to leave it alone. Like agenda is now a bad word, but everyone has an agenda, like their bottom line, but is when your bottom line doesn't meet a specific criteria and it negates everyone else, and that's like the normal everyone else, then that's a problem.
Yeah.
Come on, my daughter wants to say, "What's poppin', people?"
Oh, hello.
Hey. She can't see me wave now because I give you guys the camera.
Say what's poppin', people?
What's poppin', people?
Hit that like button.
What's poppin'?
Say hit the like button. No. That's down. Up. Hit
the like button.
There you go. That's my good girl. Show the thumb again. Show the thumb. So you see it in the camera. There you go.
Like button.
Oh yeah.
And subscribe. And hit notification. Okay. Go.
She's like, that's a big word.
I love you. Go.
OG fan Obi-Wan is now okay. I'm not even gonna repeat that, man. I'm not gonna even go there.
Wait.
I don't know, but
no. That's not a bad word either. That just means
I know it's not bad, but
it's
also just gonna open a whole discussion I don't want to go down.
But it just means happy.
Is that true though? I don't know.
But we're here to talk about photography. Hot Toys Hotline, adorable. How can you say no to that? Drop those likes, people. Thank you so much.
We're guaranteed to get some likes for sure.
That's
And
right.
Lou, man, congrats on your Power Rangers. Not my cup of tea, but I know you like them, so congrats. Congrats.
Well, see, it's. Thank you. Power Rangers has always been with me like Ninja Turtles. You know what I mean? Like,
Agreed.
if I had to call out the 3 best teams in my childhood that fit that number 1 slot of teams, it's Turtles, Power Rangers, X-Men.
In that order?
Good team.
No.
Good team.
Okay, because I would think the X-Men are above Power Rangers, just in my book.
Oh no! It's Turtles above X-Men.
I didn't say above
X-Men,
Turtles. I said above Power
Turtles
Rangers.
above. No, Turtles above X-Men. X-Men above Power Rangers.
All right, I'm good. I'm good with that. I can live with that. So let's jump into some photography, people. Let's go into I guess Harry, you said you pulled yours, so you don't have one. Lou, you got anything you pulled this week?
I didn't get to take any this week. I've been so frantic between deliveries, planning, and other personal stuff. And then I got a couple of shipments that came in. I'm like, okay, I got this in. I got my Usagi Yojimbo in, and my neutrinos. So I got that in. And I'm like, okay, what do I, review first? Still learning how to mess with StreamYard a little bit better. So I'm just playing around with a lot of different things. So maybe tomorrow I'll put something out, in regards to the Spider-Man, like I said I was going to do before, with all the versions that I have. I have about 8 versions. And then I'll start doing unboxings, because I was supposed to do a Mezco unboxing. I got the Pink Skulls Rock Band Chaos Crew. And that I haven't opened yet. It's still in the box. I didn't touch it. But Usagi, I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for Usagi.
Let me address OG fan real quick, man. Yeah, I got the resin on order. Thank you so much, OG fan, for that. Appreciate it. And Facebook user, what's going on?
Facebook user,
how you doing? That might be Hot Toys Photography. I think maybe, because I think he messaged me last week and said he was a Facebook user. So
okay.
No, Spider-Man. The Spider-Man Hot Toys.
Yeah.
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 I think that might be him. Yeah, Spider. Yeah. See, he says it, Spider.
My man.
Spider.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. Basically, gives credit where credit's due for shots that's not his, and that's commendable. A lot of people tend to steal other people's shots and then take credit for it, and that's very frowned upon in the Instagram community, photo community, toy photography community.
Yeah,
you name
it happened several times, especially in the Predator groups. They like to. I don't think they're really trying to say it's theirs, but they'll take my picture from Instagram or wherever they're finding it from, and they put it on Facebook in the Facebook groups. I'm like, hold on a minute. It's like, I don't mind you sharing the picture, but just say it's mine. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. But with that in mind, since we got Spider here, we'll jump in. Since I'm the only one who's got some work to talk about. Let's talk about some work with Boom. This is one of the ones I took there towards the end of the week last week. This is with the Hot Toys Miles Morales and the Hot Toys Spider-Gwen.
Okay.
And this is with the Replicade Asteroids cabinet. So if you guys aren't aware,
scale arcade, right?
Yeah, it's
cabinet.
a 1/6 scale arcade cabinet. And it does work. I just got it plugged in. It's not on, but it's really cool. So I wanted to initially go with a shot where you could see the screen, but then I wanted to put Gwen in it, and there was no natural way to get her to do it unless you're just kind of looking in like that. Mm-hmm. So you got to adapt, man. You can't just jump into a picture and just this is the way I'm going to get it. There are just things that just don't always line up, and you got to be fluid, man. You got to be able to work with that. But as for the behind the scenes for this, I shot it, but I forgot to post it because I'm lazy.
So says the one who's anal about stuff. Mm-hmm.
It was Friday, I think, and I was just like,
Unacceptable.
Okay, Maz. Oh, no. Okay, Maz, you got one little sliver of normalcy. So there's hope for you. Yeah, there's hope for you.
I love my Friday. I don't even know what day it was anymore, but I can go over some of the shots here. So now I really wanted the arcade cabinet to give that light to their faces, but it wasn't bright enough with the aperture that I had set. It just wasn't able to do that. So, what's up, Monica? Oh my God,
Monica.
Monica. Shout out real quick.
It's Morbid time.
Monica, long time no see.
It's more than time.
So what I ended up doing to get this light on their faces is I put a little bounce card inside the cabinet, like in front of the screen.
Clever.
And I shot some bluer light towards that on a snoot so that it was only hitting that and then bouncing into their face like it was like the game playing. So that's one of the things.
Okay.
And it worked
Very
out really well because
clever.
you even got some of the light on his knuckles here. I'm pointing on here. You can't see that.
Yeah.
You get some of the light on his knuckles here. Of course, you lit the faces, which is good. And then for the background, I used a little floor mat that came with my Replicade when I bought it.
Okay, no, that's fine. It gives it an arcade vibe. I get it.
Yeah, it's just a mat, right? So and it's supposed to be the floor of the arcade or whatever you buy it from them. It's like $9. But I just have a clamp holding it there to be a wall because I don't have any more cabinets, much even though I want more. I'm really holding out for a centipede. I want a centipede cabinet, but that's like $600 for one of those.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's sad.
Goodness.
It's sad, man. But we got one above light there. One light source above. It's a warm white light. What's going on, Big Dog Pound? Thanks for the shout out. Appreciate it.
Big Dog Pound 1 was good.
Do we need the one? Am I like
yes
every
because
time
he Big Dog Pound 1 because he's the only one. Woo!
Oh, okay. Big Dog Pound 1. I'm sorry if you've been offended this whole time. I never put on the 1. I just thought that you just had to lock in that particular username.
No. I just like saying 1 because here's the thing. It's just like there's no other Maz. You get what I'm saying? There's no other Loco Lu.
Actually, there are other Mazes, which is crazy. But yes,
not that I've seen. But see, if you add the 1 to your name, you're the only one.
There's another Maz's Toy Box, thanks to the Instagram not backing up and supporting me. But
yeah.
Now a Bitcoin seller, but hey, that's a whole nother story for another time. Thank you, Big Dog Pound 1. Thank you. It was one of the things I was like, what do kids do, man? I was like, I got this Replicade. I haven't used it in forever. I did one other shot with it when Mandalorian playing, Grogu watching, and Heavy Mando like holding the next quarter, like flipping it, like when's my turn. I had done that shot a while back. But what's going on, Renz? How you doing? What's going on?
Renz Talatino.
But
great.
So with this shot, like I said, and I got a little bit of a light source, over here. Again, kind of catching off because in an arcade there's light coming from every direction, right? But you gotta really work on where you want your main light from. So I got my main light is above them. That's why it's so much brighter coming down. And then of course my next heavy light is going to be that bounce card inside the cabinet, giving them that cast off. That's what I wanted. All the other light is just to try to give it a feel for just something else going on in the scene. But I only have the one cabinet, so I was even looking online, like how can I get like a 1/6 scale like neon kind of arcade sign? I was trying to figure it out. Mile and Gwen swinging around with Grogu, that could be an interesting shot. Definitely. I'm not going to put that out. I'm not going to deny you that. That might be really good.
How about a shot with Spider-Ham extending his hand to Miles and Miles looking at him like,
just like in the movie.
But no, not like in the movie. He's gonna be on the ceiling. Spider-Ham will be on the ceiling, sticking out his hand.
There you go.
Because that'd be interesting trying to get that to work. Because you can't just like fudge it and be like so and so. They're both on the floor, but we turn the camera around because one's on the floor and one's on the ceiling. It's just gonna be.
Or even on the wall. I think it'll be on the wall will be a little bit easier just because if you have enough blue tack, you could just.
That was easy. We're gonna do the hard stuff, man.
No, because the thing is this: if you do the hard stuff and you're trying to get that shot, sometimes going the simple route will actually make the shot improve. Sometimes less is more.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll play around with it either way. But does anybody have any questions about this shot? Is there anything you want to know about? I did light it a lot more than I usually light my shots. Just got a lot more light in here.
I'm gonna say this: one of the brightest shots I've ever seen.
Yeah, maybe.
But I'll tell you one thing: this is a nice dope shot. If I was to do anything a little bit different, it would just take Gwen and just move her a little bit to the front to kind of get her
tried to, but her hand kept sliding down the cabinet. She wanted to fall.
At that point, I wouldn't have
here.
her. Yeah, at that point, I wouldn't have, because her hand is not being seen. So I'll just have her hand up and just edge her over, because granted, the overall scheme is to get the actual physical movement, but sometimes that interferes with the shot.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to cheat it, if you will, just like we do with flight stands and stuff. You know, there's different ways to cheat it. You could put a object in front of the flight stand, or you can, Photoshop it after shots, whatnot. But it's still a good shot.
I feel you about that placement of her. I don't like that she's so behind Miles. You know, you don't really see enough of her, in my opinion. I wanted to see more of her too, but at the time, I thought that's what I could do. But I really could have blue tacked her hand down or something. I could have done something to get that pose. I just didn't fight it because I think it was just too late in the night. I was like, you know what?
Yeah. Or you can even do another one where she's actually looking at Miles. And like, instead of her being like drawn into the game, she's drawn into him.
Yeah, but see, the show didn't even go there, so I didn't want to be that forward. You know, they kind of hinted, but they never went. You know, but anyway.
Well, everyone knows they did it together, comic book wise, and it's going to happen in the second film. We see it, we know it.
Let me address Clone Collector. He says Miles is definitely figure of the year. So many accessories and the details insane. I agree. I'm trying to talk Harry into buying them, but he's fighting me on it. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm still
what?
Fighting. I'm telling you, it's just because I love the movie, and I'll
obviously
reiterate that many times. It's just I just prefer the realistic take on everything. That's the only thing.
I understand you, but I'll tell you this much. This figure right here is the only exception, and I'll tell you as soon as you have it in hand, you'll see why it's the only exception.
Yeah, I get you. I feel it. I don't doubt any of your guys' opinions. I'm sure he's a great figure. It's just he's animated, and I love the movie, but that's the main problem.
I don't have any figures either. Oh, from the 6 scale line, I have no animated figures unless you count the video game renditions. Mm-hmm. But even then, those have a likeness to it.
Yeah.
And when you put on his mask, you can get away with it slightly. You can get away with it slightly, but yeah, it's still up to you. It's still up to you.
I'm also just really trying to. Yeah, I'm also just really trying to focus, on getting Star Wars. I just bought a Qui-Gon Jinn from Mr. 1/6 Scale Mafia actually. So.
Nice.
That should be coming soon. Yeah, I'm just all into Star Wars at the moment.
Yeah, everyone's into Star Wars at the moment, and to me, that's going to be a big downfall for a lot of people, especially if you want to backtrack OT stuff, because they're not reissuing a lot of OT. They give you bits and pieces, little snippets here, and they make you want to go back into the aftermarket. It's not really helping the market any more than it is hurting it. The one that you can actually backtrack and actually get things at deals right now, and if you're a Marvel collector, it's getting your MCU stuff and your comic book stuff renditions if you can.
I'm all into Clone Wars at the moment. Yeah, Clone Wars is where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I could sit in the pocket of Clone Wars. That's my thing. Clone Wars and Mandalorian is my thing, and I'll cherry pick OT stuff.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
Yes, you did.
2 things that I'm going to focus on.
No, I meant to turn off my camera for a second while I go grab another drink.
No, go get another drink and pass me one.
Why you gotta turn off your camera?
Yeah, we used to you walking away.
Shady. Doing something shady, I bet.
Yeah, he had to go tinkle. Nah. I was supposed to work on a shot with the Bebop and Rocksteady that I have. I was gonna do something
cool.
Because I have a kit bash of April and a kit bash of Casey Jones based on the film. Okay. So I wanted to kind of do a shot with them, but I don't have the table set that I wanted to buy, because it's basically like 2 of the tables that I have here, and I can actually get a depth of field so that not everything smushed together. because
Exactly.
that's the problem with the 6 scale stuff. You get in, you
Yeah.
get the details and stuff, but you can't get your depth of field with it like you do with like the NECA and stuff like that. That's something that
Yep.
me and Maz
Unless
talked a
you have
lot
a
about.
ton of space, then yes.
And
Ton of
we're gonna go
space.
into that here in just a few minutes. I do want to touch on to some of the stuff that people are saying here, though. OG fan was talking about getting. Apparently, Amazon's got this red LED name tag that you can buy, and he suggested that might work for an arcade sign.
Yeah,
I'll have to look at that. Definitely.
You know the old 90s belts from back in the day?
Belts.
It's a belt buckle that has the LED signature in it, and
Oh, yeah.
basically you put the codes in, and that could give you your sign.
Uh,
Basically, people who used to kit bash their Ecto ones to kind of make it look like the Ecto 1A. They put the name belts. They take off the
Yeah.
frame and stuff, and they'll just put it on the side, and it'll say who you gonna call 1-800 blah blah blah.
But Monica, is again siding with me here. Anyone who plans to buy a Miles needs to get 2 or 3, and he says Miles contender for figure of the year for sure.
yeah,
So
I don't doubt it. He looks
but
great.
I have my classic Spidey here. I'm not all against you. I have him, but I love my Miles. My classic Spidey, he's filling that niche, but he doesn't pose anywhere near like Miles does. I mean,
Nah,
and then A.K.A. in the house, man.
Hey,
He hasn't
A.K.A.
been here in a minute.
Ayo.
So
Finally here live. How's it
yeah,
going,
he's
my brother?
live. He's live. Harry, what are your thoughts on this shot? Is there any other things you can see that might need some work or?
Honestly, the only thing that I would change, and this is just me, I would dim the yellow a little bit and have like the monitor be a little bit brighter. I don't know how you can do that. Maybe you can do that in post. Maybe add some blue glow in there just to make it seem like it's glowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
No, I
dim
get you.
down the other light a little bit. But yeah, that's just what I would do.
Yeah. I
Ooh.
personally think my backlighting is a little too much. I think that background's too bright. But
Yeah.
I think the background's fine. The background pops, the foreground pops. If I was to say anything about getting the light popping more in the face, you could use finger lights. The finger lights, they'll give you direct light going to the source that you want, and depending on how far and close to the object you're trying to do, it will give you the intensity of the light and the shading that you kind of want. So I recommend finger lights for that. Just hitting certain angles. It doesn't have to be directly from the box, but maybe close enough where you could kind of like fudge it in there, because it's not too much we can really say. It's pretty good. In the sense of not being critiqued hard, other than the fact of maybe for me it'll be Gwen's pose. Harry will be the yellow lighting on the kids. But then again, yellow lighting was common in the arcades here in New York, in Chinatown, because everything was lit dimly, kind of like a nightclub for kids, if you will. It was dim lit, but not to the point where you couldn't see nothing. You know what I mean? You saw everything.
No, I agree. But I think what I really missed out on, and it was a big missed opportunity, was that glow coming from this. I really agree with
that's
that.
what I was talking about.
A.O.Z feels that Miles needs more blue in his face. Unfortunately, the yellow that's hitting him is cutting a lot of that blue out. And you see a little bit here on the cheeks, but and then the eye here, but a lot of it's getting cut out. So yeah. Again, I just when I hit him with the blue, I really wanted to cut that down some because I wanted to keep his color intact. I didn't want him too blue, so I was trying to cut that with some of that yellow to cut that back down. So we're going over my shots in case you're just tuning in. We're going over my shots right now while you guys take time to tag and get your shots in, so we're not playing the refresh game over and over and over again. Bearded Nerdy Oaf, what's going on? This has got Gwen from Toys Wonderland sale on way. Now hanging, hoping to pick up Miles when he drops in price, as I have some kicks on the way too. Well, I hope he drops in price. I hope he does.
I don't know. That's going to be the case.
Yeah, that's going to be a risky one there. That's going to be a risky one. Mark, bundle of battery Christmas lights stuck on the screen and hidden by the cabinet to simulate the multicolored. Again, that's another one that I could have done. I actually don't have any Christmas lights right now, but that is something I should look into picking up. I agree. That is definitely a rock star thought.
Or a single E-light with the extended wire. Just plug that bad boy in and just spotlight blue straight out, raw. if you will. But can we talk about the turtle? Can we talk
You
about
want to
the
get this one?
Of course.
You know I have to, bro, because
Yeah.
I know this is the Neko Raphael, man. I finally pulled them out. I've had them how long? 4 or 5 months now, and I've finally been
long.
taking shots of them.
too
I got-
long. I'm happy.
I just broke that moon too, so I'm pissed.
You broke it?
I broke it. That's the second one I broke. I
Is
need
it
to
like an
print it a little
actual-
thicker, man. That's only 1 millimeter
Oh, you
thick.
printed
so,
that? Okay.
So there's a 3D printed moon behind him.
Okay.
I did it behind the scenes of that one, I think. Yeah, here we
Yeah,
go.
you did.
So why is it not playing? Weird.
Yep. Instagram being
Okay.
Instagram again. Refresh.
I'm afraid to. I'm afraid that I won't have access or something. Let's try.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh no. Oh,
So here I'm like, I
no.
got the behind the scenes. We can go over it, and no.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah.
no, Instagram.
All right. So the way we did this is I got a light loom cube inside this moon, and now the last time I used this moon, the moon was too bright. The light went too harsh through it, and there was no lower setting I could go. So what I ended up doing is I put a dryer sheet inside of there to diffuse the light even more.
Nice.
And I gave it I taped a warm gel on there to give it that yellowish glow, so it's not just white. Although I maybe should have left it white. I don't know. It's just kind of whatever.
I
The
think
only
fine.
thing that I can say. Oh, sorry, Loco. Didn't mean to.
It was just that. I just think it's fine. I think it's fine.
The only thing that it's kind of jumping out to me is the blue on camera right there hitting him. That to me looks like moonlight, right? And then there's a moon behind him, so that's the only thing that's kind of jumping at me. But
This
other than
looks
that,
like moonlight, but this is the moon behind him is a yellow
Yeah.
and not blue. Yeah,
And
I
it's,
thought
like,
about
behind
that,
him. Yeah,
but he's on a rooftop. This could be a window
that could be
near him
Yeah,
or something.
that could be something.
So
else,
I was
yeah.
like, I didn't sweat that. I
Yeah,
liked the
that could
blue
be
on
something
him.
else. Yeah.
It's 42nd Street, man. He's by the billboards.
And
That could be something else.
He's just standing on a flat table, right? I don't have a rooftop diorama, but I found a way. I mean, this back here, this looks like the ledge of maybe the other side of the roof or something, but it's not. It's just a piece of, like a piece of pipe or something. I turned horizontally, the perpendicular to him, and it's far enough back that it just looks like it's the ledge of the other side of the building or something, which rocks, And I even had this other piece of my diorama. Remember a Wayland Yutani little wall thing? Just the edge of it. Of course, it got drowned away out on Instagram, but on when I look at it on my Lightroom or whatever, it's there. But it looks like maybe the edge of like the stairwell door, on the top of the roof or something that they would have come out. Like just like a little building part on top of here. So it was pretty cool how I improvised that, because I was like, man, I really need to give some elements to this rooftop I put him on. And it was really, I was just impressed with how that worked out.
Yep, it worked.
I'm digging.
But as far as the figure, I shot this with a 100mm lens. And he shot so well. I mean, if you were to look at him and not know anybody, you'd think this would be a 6 scale or a quarter scale figure.
Yeah, it really
this
does.
This is a 7-inch
like a 6
figure.
scale.
That's
crazy.
all he is. And dude, thank you so much, Harry, for instructing me on that find and replace the content aware fill, man. I use that for all his joints, dude.
Yep.
He had little seams. I was like, circled that seam, content aware fill, and went.
I call it the magic tool. Yeah, it's
the magic tool.
It does magic. Yeah, it does magic stuff. I don't know how they do it. It just
so
does
much
it
better. I don't understand why it does it so much better than when you go and click content aware fill. I don't know why. That seems so complicated. But if you hit shift backspace, and it just goes blip. It's just there, magic. Man. It's just gone. Let's address a few of these comments, and we'll continue. Clone Collector, he says, Harry, you're in good company. The passion Maz and Loco Lu have for these figures is beautiful to see.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you, Clone Collector.
Yeah, I'm not a huge turtle collector, but I do love the turtles, and these just look amazing. So I don't doubt that they're super passionate about these guys.
Dude, I'm all in on the NECA stuff. Like Maz already knows that we're going ham over the Mirage. I know Maz is into the Mirage stuff, so I'm gonna keep a lookout for when I see any of the Mirage Turtles stuff. Because the thing is this, he wants the Kevin Eastman stuff, And I already told them what to do to get the Kevin Eastman stuff. Just make sure you do your due diligence. Click, 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 because the new ones that are coming out are the Larson style, which is basically what you saw in the comic book run of the film, and a couple of issues of volume 2 and all of volume 4. And then I think he did some Archie comics too. I'm not 100% sure, but it's the Larson style. So he's more blocky. The turtles, and they look closer to what you see here, which is the live action. That's like where the live action like really pulled their proportions from.
Yeah, if I can't get the Eastman turtles, this is the closest thing I'd want. These 90s ones, but I don't want the Turtle 2 ones with the crazy faces. The overly eccentric, funny face. I don't want that. I don't want those faces.
I love those too, as long as it's not Turtles 3. And if it's Turtles 3, give me them in the samurai outfits with the mask over their faces. Yep. That I want. I
didn't watch that at all. Let's address Toy Photographer. He's got a nice group here on Instagram, guys. If you're interested, it's a Toy Photographer Collective group. And what he's trying to do is just create more of a collaborative group where people can get together and share. He's got a Discord and all that kind of stuff. So they came in here today. It was pretty great. It says, leave it to the viewer to imagine or figure out what it is. A little mystery is good when the image is so solid. I appreciate that. So with this shot, I did add a few after the shot effects, which is just I'm on this kick where I add some particles just to add some texture to the air. In this case,
every single shot of mine, same thing.
Yeah, in this case, I wanted to show the movement because I had this kind of flowing off to this side. So I wanted something to show that movement in the air. And then what I also did is I selected this, made it its own layer, and put a blur on it, just a subtle blur, just so because it's moving.
It looks like it's in the like it's flapping in the wind.
Yeah, like it's blowing a little bit in the air. So those are the only things I did in post. And of course got rid of the joints. So.
Yeah. I noticed that it looked very clean and seamless. I'm like, you love making it look seamless. You love making it look clean, and I appreciate that. That's something I haven't been able to do yet because I don't have the software.
Content-aware fill in Photoshop is just evil, man. That shift backspace. All you got to do is lasso it and be like, I want that to be. I want you to take what's in around it and just make it work, and it does. It just make it work. It's like Tim Guns always says, make it work. Here, I'm going to butcher this name again. Apps Bin Sin. Okay. What?
Close enough.
He wants to know the t-shirts, man. He wants to know the t-shirts.
Always with the t-shirts. Huh?
So,
okay.
Lou, I'm going to move this so we can see your t-shirts. Get the turtles going. Get the turtles.
Always turtles, baby. Always turtles. I got a new. I should have 2 new turtle shirts coming in. So we'll see what happens. I'm always about the turtle.
Man, let's get.
This one is going to be very boring. It's just a bluish teal shirt, so yeah, not much going on.
At all, do you?
There's a little bit more in the back here, but
okay. Ooh, look at that.
Like that 70s vibe that I like.
All right.
I can deal with the sci-fi 70s. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I got the Frank Miller Dark Knight. So I'm just rocking that today.
The best color.
Yeah, I like my blue and gray. I like it. Let's move on. We got one. This is today's post. I didn't really like this one. I was trying to recreate one of my older shots, which I thought was really much better than this one. But a lot of people didn't like that one, the old shot. I don't know if it's on my old hacked Instagram. I don't know if I have it on this PC at all.
Don't even bother. This is perfect.
No,
the other one was better. The other one was much better.
Really?
For one, the other one, the light actually was working at the time when I shot it because I had to draw this one in because it doesn't work anymore. I don't know why.
That works though. Like that looks pretty convincing to me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But yeah. So other than that, the particles, of course, everything else is in camera. The particles and me having to draw that light in because for some reason it doesn't work anymore. Even though the battery compartment was clean, there's nothing wrong with that. I hit the button and nothing. Just no light.
Is this the Tech Noir?
No, this is the Battle Damage. This is the 238.
Okay,
which, Anthony just bought this one too. So he sent me a picture of the one he just bought. Like after I posted this, he's like, "Hey, look at me! I'm getting this one too." I was like, "Man, you're copying."
That's cool.
Yeah, then you got Terminator. It's awesome though. But
Everyone loves the same stuff, bro. It's like, listen, if we could get turtles in the '90s turtles in 6 scale, everyone will have them. Everyone.
yeah, probably. As far as the lighting for this one goes, I haven't done a behind the scenes reel for this yet. I did shoot some stuff for it, but I usually post that later in the evening, so I haven't been in a big rush to get to it. I got a blue light over on this side here, of course. I got a blue light behind them to outline the shoulders and stuff with that blue. And I got one, because, the complementary color wheel says I should use an orangish color with that blue. And so I got this cutting on this side of the face. Now, in this particular shot, we see a good amount more of this part of the face than in the original shot that I was trying to recreate, because it really worked out so much better, because this wasn't as predominant and it looked more machine than man. It was really, really cool. But I use the same battle damage head sculpt, and he still has a gun like this. But that was another thing I wanted to do, is light that gun and get that metal color and get those highlights from that orange in there. See, there's a little bit of highlights here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty good times on that one. Let's see. He says it looks good. Add a little outer glow. I would have added the outer glow toy photographer, but in the original one that I shot, which I used the actual light, the light was there. It was on from the figure. It didn't really have an outer glow. It was pretty much just the eye. So I didn't want to expand on that. I was really trying to go for the fact that, make it look like I didn't fake the light, because the actual toy lit up a certain way. And yeah, it was heartbreaking that the light didn't work. But
even the actual Terminator prop doesn't have an outer glow. It's literally dead on red. It's like, you ever see a cat at night when or deer with headlights, kind of vibe. There's no outer glow. It's just the shine, and it stays there. It's that's that effect of just having that spot on. Like, this is it. This is where it cuts off. It ain't gonna glow. It ain't gonna have no haze, no nothing. As far as light is concerned, coming out from that medium is very sharp.
Yeah, you guys are gonna make me find the original picture. I'm gonna have to try to show it to you.
That's your OCD. That's not us.
That's your OCD. It's all my fault. I know.
It's your fault. It's all your fault.
God, I wish I could have gotten this one to work, man.
I add glow and everything, so I kind of agree with the toy photographer there.
You like the glows?
Ooh, I do like the glow, but yeah,
that's
I
the
see what you
original
mean.
shot.
That is better.
Yeah,
I agree.
It looks a lot more. I mean, he's darker. He's falling into that black a lot, but
I like
it's
it.
more It's more dramatic, but I actually like the other picture. You can see the who it is. You can see, instead of that's just my opinion. Like, you can actually see the figure instead of just seeing the sharpness of it. Like, if that was in black and white and some color into it, I'll like that one as well.
yeah, I really should have posted it with this one just to kind of show you the before and after. But it's not the same size, and Instagram doesn't like that. Like, this is a widescreen, the other one's in a square, so it would have been like, let's do something to it, and so I didn't.
It feels like it would be a simple fix in their coding or whatever.
You would think so, but no.
Yeah.
But no. Thank you for the gun. Yeah, I like how the gun got lit up on this one. I really do. Aoda says could add some cinematographer glare.
Yeah, that's that. Always glare, always particles, always glow. Yeah,
always rim lights.
Always, yes. Never enough rim lights.
Commander Green says he's sorry you could make it tonight, guys. And of course, Ben. I didn't want to skip over Ben, but there's Ben. How you doing, Ben?
Ben.
I got one more picture. This is tomorrow's shot. I'm going to share it with. Well, I got Lou here because I know he likes his turtles.
I saw it already, but yeah, let's see it. Yeah, this right here is my favorite shot thus far.
That's my Predness Day, because that's a predator versus my turtles. And those poses were fun to try to get to work, man. I had to give the alpha a little stand because he was not standing on his own. He broke his staff, so that was fun.
No.
Yeah. It's supposed to come apart, but I can't get it to go back together. So it's still got the nub there, and it's supposed to go in there, but it doesn't want to go in there. It's being very insubordinate. I'm very upset.
Mine's don't fall apart. Or come apart.
It's sectional. It does come apart. I mean, it's got the locking
Yeah
mechanism that goes in there, but it doesn't want to go in there again. I don't know why.
You have to glue it because it's
Yeah.
not meant to come apart.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
not
have
meant
to-
to come.
yeah.
The,
But I
the
didn't
only
want to
part,
mess with it then. I just wanted to get my shot done. So
yeah.
I
I think the only parts that were supposed to be modular is the spikes that move around on his armor. You could kind of like tweak it a little bit.
yeah. Well, he's not wearing his forearm blades here because I didn't want that to be there. So the whole premise of this shot, though, is the turtles and the predator decided to have like a duel, an honorable duel. That's why the other ones are hanging back. Although Raph, being the Raph that he is, he's not trusting. He's ready. He's at
Oh
the ready.
yeah,
Yeah.
Don's leaning on his
Got the
staff.
two
You don't really
sides on
see
the
it, but he's
sides. Yep,
leaning on
yep.
his staff. Mikey's just over there twirling his chuck, watching. But Leo's got dibs, I guess. And
Great pose. Great
But,
pose for Leo.
I got the snoot light shining down on the blade, getting that lit up, and of course that flares in post as well as the
After
spark.
Effects. Yep.
But other than that, it's all in camera. In fact, I didn't add any particles or anything. That that pretty much all of the rest of that's in camera. And of course I got rid of the joints.
yeah.
See,
I see that.
Look how well that content aware fill did that, man. It's just content aware fill. I
Yeah.
selected it.
That's
That joint
very
is
convincing.
gone, and it looks very, very smooth, like it belongs there.
Especially at the elbow.
Yeah, the elbow. I had to do it a couple times there because right here is where the elbow was showing, and I just
Big gaps.
I just circle it there a couple times, and it worked out. But there wasn't a lot, up here.
Yeah, the hinge.
Yeah, near the hinge, I got maybe a little bit missed there, but at the distance, you're really forced to look at the
You
shoe.
can't tell.
But yeah,
That's I was considering doing before we spoke, and I said I was coming on tonight. I was considering doing a Predator versus TMNT shot. I was pulling out all my Predators and seeing which one to do. And for some reason, remember the big one that I did with
the assassin.
Yeah, he just looked so good with the NECA turtles for some reason. I don't know if it's because he's bare and he doesn't have armor on him. And it just looks like a true, like, okay, I'm a beast and you're a beast. Let's see who's the best beast kind of, vibe. You get what I'm saying? It's like there's no armor on him, barely.
Yeah. I think, though, my favorite NECA Predator is this Alpha, man, because he just looks awesome.
Yeah, I have him. I have two of them. Had to keep one in the box.
Thank you, Toygrapher, by the way.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Any other comments on this before we move on to the viewer stuff?
Nah, go to the viewer stuff because this is a great
stuff.
shot. That's perfect. You can't complain.
Yeah,
I can't.
was gonna say, perfection.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Here's some people on the hashtag.
Let's go.
Toy Moz. And 1/12 life. There you go, man. Got a nice old Wolverine. Go ahead, Lou. Break into it. You want to break into this? Let's go, Wolverine, don't you?
I'm so pissed. That mine didn't land today. It's landing tomorrow, supposedly. It was supposed to land today, so I was gonna have my neutrinos, my Usagis, and Wolverine dropping today. I was like, yes, and I was gonna crack him open first. I couldn't wait. This right here, it looks pretty good. This is a typical shot that we would see in ACBA. The lighting is pretty good. Its focus is really good. It's not flat in the background. You can see a lot of texture in the background, and the lighting is pretty even. There's nothing really bad I can say about it. I can't really pick this apart, because you got basically the torso shot, and he's angled in a specific way. This is basically a typical Wolverine pose, especially when he's trying to intimidate his opponents, regardless of how much pain he's going through. His objective is to be the best at what he does, and intimidating, killing, so on and so forth. You already know.
So he comes with a head sculpt. That's one of his head sculpts.
He comes with 8 head sculpts.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
That's a lot of
8
head.
head.
That's
He's
crazy.
got a lot of head.
2. What was it? He has 1 calm face, 1 gritting teeth, 1 yelling. This battle damage. He has the classic first appearance cowl, a version of it with the teeth showing, I believe, and the unmasked heads. He has two different versions of the unmasked heads, and then he also comes with a Sentinel diorama base and all the slashing effect parts you can want.
Yeah, sell the base. That was pretty cool, man. That almost made me wish I'd bought them, but I would want the brown and gold costume. I don't really like this costume.
They may retouch on it if they revisited this one. There's no
Let me know
telling
if they
that.
make a brown and gold one. All right, man. Keep me in the loop for that. All right.
Sounds good.
Brown and gold. That's what I want. Harry, where are your thoughts on this one, man? What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Loco. I don't think there's anything to pick apart. This shot, I think, is it's perfect. The lighting is great. The background is perfectly, bokeh'd out, and you can still see all the texture, so it doesn't look, flat and 2D.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the lighting is perfect on this. I can't really say anything much about this one.
All right. Yeah, I'm with you guys on this one. I mean, this one's a really good example of what you should be doing. He's got, my favorite thing. He's got the rim light going on. So, he's got plenty of definition between him and the background there. I like that. We got good lighting on the claws. Even you got that metallic definition. I mean, other than the fact that you can't escape the fact that they are plastic. You did a great job of lighting these. They look very metallic at a glance. It's really great. I love it. If I were to change anything, and maybe it's just because the way I shoot is, I would put some atmosphere in this shot. Just something. It doesn't have to be heavy. But just something, because it's like almost like hermetically clean. Like you're just gonna seal us away in a time capsule, and it's just like clean, and which is great if that's what you want to go for. But I would add a little bit of life to the scene. You watch a movie, you're gonna see dust particles in almost every shot with light in there. So
yeah, but if you watch the animated series, he's barely in a foggy situation. He's always clear cut, exposed, and ready to get at you.
I'm not nitpicking to say anything's wrong here. I'm just saying that's what
I know.
Touch to it. Give it a little bit of texture. Just a little bit.
I know.
The lighting's on point, though. There's nothing else that's there's nothing wrong with this at all. So it's pretty awesome. Let me get to Clone Collector. He said to Lou, he said, I'd love a Shredder versus Predator shot challenge for Loco Lu.
Ooh, I you know what? Maybe I'll do that with the Secret of the Ooze Super Shredder versus Assassin Predator. How about that?
Ooh, okay. AO.Z, he likes my shipping boxes that were in that turtle shot. I don't know how many I made, but you can find the patterns to cut out with cardboard online. Just look for it. There's like patterns to make shipping boxes, and it's just, I recommend cereal boxes for the cardboard. It's easy to work with. Or if you buy cases of soda, like the Pepsi brand, you got those other pieces of cardboard that separate the two layers of soda. Those are really nice to use too, as well as the cardboard, for some reason, that a whole case of soda fits in. It's so thin. I don't get it. That's what I
falling apart every time, though.
Yeah, you would think so, but no, they work out really well.
The soda cans you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So, but just you use the brown side, not the printed side, of course, and that's all you got to do. Benikin, man, thank you, man. He says the photography recently has been awesome, man. Awesome to see those Maju cases. Oh, it only took a year.
Very happy about that.
Man. I'm pretty happy. Carlito, thanks for being a member, of course. Always, Carlito, we love you. Were you a fan of the X-Men 90s cartoon mods? I was, but by that point in my life, I was also going out and visiting girls and stuff. So, I did catch it occasionally, when she had homework or something, but otherwise, I might have missed it. So, but I did like it. I just, I had, girls.
Yeah.
At the time, it was girlfriend or X-Men.
That was a no-brainer. X-Men all day.
X-Men all day for me.
All right. Well,
no.
Anyone else decided they are continuing the X-Men cartoon? Of course, man. I'm excited. I'm gonna have to go back and watch all the other cartoons too, though.
Yeah,
I seen them all already, so I'm like all caught up. I'm just waiting for them to drop it, because dude, oh man, and dude, Mondo and Hasbro, they're like neck and neck with their animated stuff, man. They're trying so hard, so hard. I'm just waiting for Mafex to do their animated style. They did the cell shading for the comic book version of Spider-Man. So if they do the cell shading for the X-Men, then I'm gonna have to dip into the X-Men line from Mafex because
Cool. That's cool.
their figures are pretty dope. You know. Ooh.
That's cool.
There's a Viper. You know, he says hello. Sorry for man. You don't get tardy slips or anything. It's cool. You know, real life takes precedence sometimes. Thanks for joining us, though. Of course. Again, another member of the Toy Photographer Collective group. You came in here and checked us out, and this is one of the members here. One of their shots. The Alpha Raider CZ. Harry, man, what you got? What you got, man?
I don't know what I want to say is I like the glare that's between the teeth, between the mouth. That, I feel the logo buy from this shot.
Which
Probably intentional, like how they Dominion and that kind of dumb, but but yeah, I just think I would like to see more of the dinosaur because I think just the head is a bit too limited, I guess.
all right. Lou, you got anything? Uh-oh.
If I was
the feed was breaking up. You couldn't hear Harry at all? I'm sorry, 1 second, Lou. You couldn't hear Harry at all?
Did you hear?
Essentially, Harry was saying he wants to see more of the dinosaur. He likes dinosaurs. He likes big dinosaurs, and he cannot lie.
I would say
It's hard to critique this one.
This because here's the thing: we know we're taking pictures of toys, and for you know, like I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the finish of the toy itself, but it looks very toyish. The dinosaur. It doesn't feel believable or even close to cartoon or something. You know, because I know this is supposed to be based off of Jurassic Park, but even then, you know, it I feel toy vibes from it. I don't know. Because the environment looks semi-real.
I think it is real. Yeah, this is outdoor.
You know,
the whole shot's taken in location. So
yeah, so you get that realism vibe, and then you got a plastic dinosaur. It's not the fault of the shot. It's the toy itself. But there's nothing else to critique it really. You know, if the figure was one of those like X Plus style of figures, those X Plus stuff looks so realistic, the way it's painted and stuff like that. It's just the fault of the figure, honestly. There's nothing to say about the actual shot. It's more of the figure itself.
I think that's why I want to see more of it because the shot is so close up, you can kind of see all the imperfections and what makes it feel out of place. So I feel like if you have that like a little bit further, you wouldn't notice all those little imperfections.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I got.
First I want to start off. I love the optical glare you got here from the sun. I love how it's bursting through the jaw. I do. I would have liked to have tried to move that jaw to pinch it more, like get this glare coming in from right here, like right where the two halves of the mouth separate, if possible. I mean, this is great, but this is just what I would have aimed for. Like I said, I'm just not saying that any of this is wrong, but I would have aimed to try to get that sun coming through right over here. You guys always remember that when you're taking shots, we're all rocking digital now, right? I mean, you're not rocking this on film. You can take as many shots as you want. So you got this shot, move on. Try to get that little bit here, If you think you got a good shot here and you at least got this one, right? Move on. Try to get this into that crevice, because it's right there in that crack. This would have turned it from pretty awesome catch of the light to like epic catch of the light. It would have looked really, really awesome. Now, as far as for the plastic concerns, a bounce card probably would have done you some wonders to get some light on this side so it kind of matches the color. Because that's the big problem I think that everybody's talking about here is that you got this plasticky toy, and it's not necessarily that it's plastic that's the problem. It's just that the blacks and the grays and stuff aren't lining up with your background. Even though they're shot on location, because you have no bounce to fill in those blacks and grays, it's only working with what you got here and these reds in here. So it's not going to match any of this other black and gray here. It doesn't have any of that light coming in here to work it out. So I think that would help a lot. If you get the bounce card here, you would get something that looks a little bit more like it's coming from the scene, like in the scene, instead of like just kind of like a toy out in the yard. I don't know if that makes any sense to either of you guys.
Yeah, it's kind of like basically animated stuff, putting it in like a real world setting, like putting it next to bushes and roots and stuff like that. Those look rooted in this looks cell shaded and animated. It doesn't fit.
Yeah,
It's
That's
like
basically
a Who Framed Roger Rabbit type situation.
bingo, and that would work if you're trying to replicate that kind of situation. But if you really want to replicate that situation, I would go with a actual drawing gelled out, like almost like see through or cut out itself, and put them in the shot with something that's physical that you're trying to represent. Like, oh, this is a 2D cartoon done in the real world, and regardless of how they move, they look 2D.
Yeah. The other thing I would add on to it too is if you have any kind of portable lighting, that could help too, to cast some more light on the figure. Maybe add some color with a gel and like really accentuate the colors that you're using along with it. So, even though it's daylight out here, maybe cut that with a little bit of a bluish light on this side, and it would have helped like just tonally make it this red that this dinosaur is work with the rest of the background and stuff. And I'm just pitching ideas. I would really have to play around with this figure to get a better idea how the lighting would affect it. But you got colored, if you have any kind of portable lights with colored gels or RGB portable lights, that would help to maybe bring those outside with you, and use those as well, not just a bounce card. Let's see. You guys are talking to each other. Let's see what toy photographer says. I think if we got the dinosaur face coming towards the lens and the focus was f-stop 2.8, it might even bring more drama. It's possible, but if you had the figure coming towards the lens, then you're losing that awesome light through the jaw, which I do love that light through the jaw. It's really awesome. Catching that glare like that is really tricky to do, and to get that such an epic glare like that.
You can't have it all, though.
You can't have it all. You can't have it all. This is true. Let me refresh this. I have some more people tagged while I was talking. I didn't get all the tags. Where are the rest of the tags?
You refreshed already, right?
Yeah. They tagged me too, so I guess we can try that.
Oh boy.
That's still not. When did this one get? Oh, July 11th. So I gotta scroll down. That's why I'm not finding it. And we're gonna cut. This person's gonna cut in line a little bit. The little fig photos here, because if I gotta go all the way to July 11th, wait, I must have passed it because we did that Alien Predator thing last month.
Yeah, we did it last month. Yeah.
Where the heck is it? This is not the one I'm talking about, but that might be one I have to pull up too. I have it on my phone right here. I'm just trying to pull it up where it's here, and it doesn't wanna.
Can you send it to yourself and then pull it up like that?
But why?
Because it's the fastest way. Because like I said, Instagram is a little champy, a little.
All right, let's see. Share, search, Moz. There we go. No, not that. Where did it go? Come on.
I thought Usagi Yojimbo would be figure of the year for NECA, and I'm glad to say that I'm wrong. Because if you've seen the last Ronin figure, oh my goodness, I am.
Crimson Viper, I don't know if I've done yours or not there, buddy. We'll double check here in a minute, but this is little fig photos. They tagged me here during the stream, and Lou, you can go ahead and.
Oh, you want me to rip this one apart? Okay,
don't rip it up. Come on, constructive, man. We're constructive, man.
No. I have to destroy it and then build it up. Destroy it and build it up. It's not the fault of Yeah, exactly. It's not. It's not the fault of the poser. It's not the fault of the photographer. It's the fault of um. What was it? These are Jazzwares, right? Or was this the McFarlanes? This is the McFarlanes, I'm assuming, because this is Mortal Kombat.
I think he tagged
Yeah,
McFarlane.
I don't know. It doesn't say what
yeah.
figures are.
If he tagged McFarlane, it's a McFarlane figure. Let me tell you this: McFarlane sucks when it comes to articulation. So you can't you're only limited to what you're able to do, and unfortunately, this is the range of motion you're allowed to get. So, um, it the poses need work, but it's the limit of the actual figure. You can try to push it as much as you possibly can, but granted, it's the limitation of the figure. I'm not going to hold that too much against them, but that's what's going to, throw me off of this. But I do like the smoke effects. I like the actual positioning of the figures. It just needs that little tweak, and McFarlane necessarily doesn't give you that range. But I've seen people do amazing stuff with some of these, but I don't know if it's been tweaked in Aftershot, Photoshop or anything like that. But it's just the poses needs a little bit more work, and McFarlane is like not the best to use for posing.
Yeah, he's pretty hard on the people that want to pose their figures. Crimson, I'm trying to find your tag just while he's talking. I'm not seeing your tag there, sir. I want to. I mean, I can go pull up your page and
just have him send it to you or something.
Yeah, just send it to me and put it in the group chat. I'll just pull it up from there if you want.
Like McFarlane was
speed there right now.
Yeah. So McFarlane will give us double jointed elbows and knees, right? But he will lack our ab articulation. The range of motion for the torso, and then the neck will be stiff. And it will be ball jointed at the top, but you won't get the proper up, down, left, right kind of motion that you need for a martial art figure. That's why if he was able to do a Spider-Man figure, I will never buy it, because it would suck. It would literally suck. His Spawn figures, the best one he's done thus far is that Mortal Kombat 11, and even that has to be modded so that way I can make it, move the way I want it to. If I wanted him to crunch over on top of a cross or a church corner or whatever, I will have to do that. If I want him to look up, I will have to cut a notch so he could look up. It's annoying. Tom McFarlane and his toys. Like, his details is nice, but he needs a lot of work on articulation, and he just sucks at it. In
the figures suck at it, not the photographer. Just to be clear.
No. McFarlane sucks ass. I'm just saying.
All right, Harry, you got anything you want to add about the shot and not the figures?
No, yeah, it's basically the same thing. The joints I feel like are pretty limited. Like the kick, I feel like doesn't really sell the fact that he's doing a jumping kick. And it also looks like the background is edited in, so I'm pretty sure he maybe used a green screen or he wrote it out, of figures. But I feel
I don't
like
see any green cast. I think it's just they
he probably just cut it out. Yeah. But I feel like because the background is edited in, I feel like the smoke is a bit too prominent, and I feel like it's kind of taking away from the two figures. I feel that's just what I think. But lighting is great. I like the lighting. Both figures are lit up pretty well. You can see everything that's happening, and you have rim lights. So yeah, nothing negative to say about the lighting. But yeah, just the poses and the background, I think, are my two main gripe.
Okay.
Of course. You won you were with the rim lights. That's what it was.
No, he's got the rim lights. In fact, Crimson makes a good point here. Is the HDR filter turned way up or something? I think where's my mouse? There it is. I think actually, I don't know about the HDR filter, but if you're using Lightroom, it's probably your clarity and or texture that is pushed way up here on these figures. Most likely clarity.
It's a little grungy.
You see that crunchy lines like this? That's very, very likely. But I'm going to agree with Harry, though, as far as the shot goes. Is I understand that not everybody's got access to some of these programs to do a lot of the editing and stuff, but less is sometimes more when you're doing these fog effects and stuff. And I don't know if whatever you use to do the fog effects, but maybe that you have the ability to blur these brushes or whatever you're using. That'd be really helpful too. I've used some of these, even though I usually put in my own fog effects. I've used some of these in post, and putting a Gaussian blur or a box blur, whatever you want to call it, put that on there and play with the blur settings. It makes it a lot smoother. And then also, if you can, again, this sounds like it's more of a editing thing, because I mean, this is most of the stuff we have to talk about it, and we all got to learn how to edit at some point. I mean, I know I fail at doing things a lot, but another thing is when you're doing this kind of thing is either if you can mask the figures out, and that way you can layer some smoke effects behind them and then also in front of them, that could help. Or if you can't mask them out and maybe you just have a mask tool, you can do one layer of smoke effects and then run the masking tool over them to kind of mask that smoke back off of the figure, and then maybe do the other smoke effect and change the direction, stretch it a little bit, and so it doesn't look like you're just using the same one over and over again, and it'll help give it some depth when you kind of utilize that stuff. So my guest IG accounts, sure, they're all linked in the description below, actually, Crimson. If you go down below, Harry, A.K.A. Cinematoygrapher, and Loco Lu, they both have their Instagrams linked in the description. So I appreciate you wanting to follow them, though, and I'm sure they'll appreciate it too.
Check us out. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I gotta take photos though.
Let me go to Mark here real quick. I don't want to miss the chat ones here. This is Mark Walker photo, man.
Yes,
And I knew Lou would like this, and I saw that. I was like, wait, I can't forget this, man. So Lou, go to it, sir. I know you're excited about your turtles, so just I won't hold you back anymore.
I can't wait to get this guy in hand. I'm waiting for him to drop so I can have Leo and Raph at least together, because it's Igor and Frankenstein. It just works. And I'm getting everything NECA, everything turtles when it comes to NECA line. That's going to be my jam, especially the Gargoyles line and the new Dinosaurs line they announced at SDCC. Because back in the early 90s, that was my jam. Dark ending, but loved it. This right here, you got actual diorama base that looks awesome. You got his accessories laid out on the side. You have a nice little bookshelf in the back. It's got some chains running. It looks like a mad scientist's, laboratory or library, if you will. And you have, Leo just like standing there, look like he's taking a step. And if you know anything about Igor, being a hunchback, he ain't walking normal either. So he looks like he's dragging one foot, leaving one over. But yeah, man, I really can't say too much about it. That's bad. It's just a picture of him in the environment, and it looks good. I like the lighting hitting off of him to the side, even though it's darker on one end. He's still got light there to give it that contrast, and then another light in the front that's a little bit warmer, so you can see more details coming up from him. So it's like you're hiding half of him, you're kind of not hiding half of him. It looks really good. I like this shot.
Well, Harold just pointed out something, and he's right. Oh my God, Harold, I'm so sorry. I will fix this right now, sir.
What's going on? What's going on, Mr. Harold?
Forgot he's not added to my stuff down below, and he's usually a co-host. Man, I gotta take him care of. Commander Green.
Did you do the video on the last Ronin comic? I think. Yeah, I did a last Ronin comic on Half Shell Saturday. That's the stream that I do with Brother Cousins on his channel, and now it's moved over to my channel. So yes, we did talk about the last Ronin on my channel and the book, and what we loved about it, but can't wait for the figure to come out and the rest of the line of that last Ronin series. I'm just so enamored with it. I'm excited for Raph. I'm excited for Leo. I can't wait to see how Casey Jones looks. Oh man, I'm just so stoked about it, man. So stoked.
I'm almost done adding and stuff.
Okay, so I'll keep going.
Harry, you go ahead, man. You go ahead. What you got on him?
About this picture right here?
Yeah, man, go for
it. To me, honestly, this is like just the epitome of toy photography. I don't see anything wrong with this. This is just perfect. Lighting is perfect. I love the background and the environment that he set up. Everything is blurred out perfectly. Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about this. This is one of those like wow pictures when you look at him.
Can we both agree that with this that this shot looks like what NECA is supposed to be showing us on like the back of a box?
Yeah, like this looks straight up like professional, official toy photography. Maybe even better
Yeah.
than official, to be honest. So yeah, I have nothing bad to say about this. This is perfect.
Yeah. You
All
get the 2 thumbs up on this one. And it's not because it's just turtles. It's the whole atmosphere. You know, it's a detailed figure. It looks like it goes with the environment that it is in. And then you have the lighting. And you know, these guys love their rim lights. You know what I mean? They love their lighting. And I'm learning to, see the language visually and understand it verbally, and then apply it to my actual photos. I kind of do it and I kind of don't, so I go against the grain a lot, but these guys will set me straight. But this right here, we seem to agree on it. I'm waiting for Maz to see how he's gonna attack this in his mind.
Yeah, if there's anything negative about this, yeah,
First,
I'm
I want to
outta
touch
here.
on Crimson. You said I would use the circle selection tool, put a circle around his face, created an adjustment layer for it for curves, and made it brighter, then blur, Gaussian blur a bit, then adjusted past.
For this
What
shot,
picture is he talking about?
yeah,
I got lost.
I don't
Was
think
it for
it's this
Leo
shot.
here, or was it the other one? I don't know. Update me on that, will you, please, Crimson? And
What is he talking about? The Terminator figure?
it's very possible. I don't know.
That's way too far back, though. I feel.
Yeah, if he is, it's
Yeah.
pretty far back. Another thing is I want to mention Little Fig Photos, who is the picture we just last talked about in the toy photographer group. They said, it's a great stream, guys. Appreciate the critique. So much to learn, but enjoying the process. Any suggestions for best price figure when it comes to articulation, given the fact McFarlane ones aren't great? It depends on what figures you want to shoot, first of all. If you want Mortal Kombat, I think you're stuck with McFarlane. But Lou's got a figure up. So let's see what Lou's got to say.
You have one of the best lines out there that will take your money just by you looking at it, and that is Storm Collectibles. Okay. They do the best Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat figures, and they're doing other games like Golden Axe, Guilty Gear now, and Samurai Showdown. They have those figures, even Tekken. So they are doing like the big muscular, 3D stuff, and it doesn't look blocky. When you see it, they're very smooth, rounded out. I actually have. Oh, my dog is barking. Yeah. So.
Sounds like
no.
Give me love. Give me love.
No, that's outside. That's a dog outside. Yeah, but yeah, that's outside. That's not my dog. But
moving on, Lou.
No. Going back to the Mortal Kombat figure. I could pull one out, but I don't know if we have enough time for that.
Pull that out, and we'll come back to that. Okay, how about that? But we got the question out there in the ether. Right? I'm gonna go for Leo. So, all right. So this Leo shot, man, I love everything about it. This is a great shot. I love that you got a little bit of atmosphere in this room. I don't know if you use some haze of some sort, but there is some, not just the bokeh out background, but there is definitely some sort of atmosphere using the light a bit. So it's not just any hard. I love that. If there was anything I could nitpick, it was just this harder highlights here from the plastic on the face. It's the only thing I can nitpick. And it's really a nitpick. I mean,
he's a wet.
I really try not to get those
thing.
plastic lines on the face when I do it. So I would have tried to diffuse that a little bit more. As I was telling one of my buddies, I was helping him out the other night, and I used a lot of vapor to diffuse light. It breaks up light and stuff, and it actually can do wonders to get rid of that plasticky look of a figure. But of course, you might be going, well, then you got a lot of vapor in the shot. Well, if you got like Lightroom, for example, you can then do a subject selection mask, and you can dehaze that figure, but it will still have the softer highlights. It won't be a hard plasticky highlight. Now, of course, you got a lot of vapor in there, and you're dehazing really far. Yeah, you're gonna squish it. But if it's just a light haze, you can definitely do that and get rid of some of those harder highlights. Lou, you pulled him out.
Squeaky joint.
Yes, I did.
This is a
Squeaky
Storm
tight joint. Storm collectible Scorpion. I'm about to do the same pose he did with Sub-Zero,
How much
just
does this
with
guy
Scorpion.
cost, by the way, while you're posing that? How
There
much
you
is
go.
this?
It's done. This
Yeah.
one I got on sale. He was like $80.
Oh,
that looks
that's a lot more
great.
expensive than McFarlane, but yes, this is an option, and that is a really good pose on that.
That looks great.
Yeah.
So,
You have a rubber overlay on the top gi, the chest part, the head. Majority of the figure is hard, stiff plastic. You have a lot of hinges. You have toe hinge. You have a ball hinge here for the foot. So you get a lot of range of motion. You have ball joints here. You got bicep swivels. You got ball joint hinge swivel on the fist. Double barbell joint for the neck, so you can get all the articulation you want. You also get interchangeable head for the fatality of the skull.
Oh yeah.
The skull also has a hinged jaw, and if you wanted to, you could remove the eye sockets, the skull, the flames from the eyes, and you can remove the flame from the bottom portion of the neck and head. So you got options for your skull. And he comes with a die cast chain with kunai.
Get over here.
Yep. He comes with interchangeable hands, which McFarlane does not. So you have like grasping hands, slightly open hands, and holding hands. And he also comes with his flame effects.
Oh, I just gonna ask.
Yep, he comes with his
so
flame
you get a
effects.
lot for that money,
And that can
is what
attach
you're
to
saying.
the
You get a
skull
lot
as
for that
well.
money. That's pretty good.
That attaches. That goes on the floor.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like, say if you have your opponent, you can have it like if he's doing a dash movement, leaving flames behind, and then he has two sets of flames, so you can put it however you want to do it. Then he has his uppercut or his punch down effect, so you can put that here on his fist. If I can get his fist in there right now. Oh, and a lot of these pop out. So like if you're using a lot of force, it'll pop out and just put it back in. And
Yeah,
you'll
it'll
be
be all
straight.
right. You didn't break it. You just
No.
It's
No.
it's made to give way to that kinetic energy, so it doesn't break. So
Bingo. It's very malleable and posable, and my room is hot right now, so a lot of it's like very soft and it's forgiving. So let's say if I wanted to give him, let me move you guys over.
All right.
So you guys can see what I'm doing. So see, like taking a or yeah, if you want to show you can
to his feet as well.
Yeah. So, well, no, this is for his actual
Okay.
fit. This is, but if you
There's a
wanted to
move, I think,
fudge
does
it,
where he kicks. Yeah.
if you want to fudge it, you can. It just takes a little bit of ingenuity.
Yeah, maybe some blue tack in there or something.
Maybe, but
Yeah.
if you really want to go crazy, you got his other attachments here too that go on his fist, or you could slide his foot in it and kind of give him the little effect of him kind of kicking outward and just like doing a spark with a kick kind of thing with flames. Like he comes with a lot for like the money you spent. And this is a event exclusive, so he's been out for a while, and they're doing a Sub-Zero version of this particular style because this takes place in I want to say the remake, when they go back in time and they have they had just adjusted all the timelines. So the game after that, I think it was Mortal Kombat, I want to say 11. Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, 11 or 10.
All right, well, we're gonna move back to this guy here real quick because I was pretty much done with it, but I don't want to blow it off either. But yeah, Mark, the only thing, and this is just a nitpick, man, because it's my nitpick. I like to try to get that plastic look out of my photos, so to try to just not have it. And what I would do, I mean, you've obviously used some atmosphere here, but don't be afraid to put a little bit in the foreground, and then just select your subject in Lightroom or whatever maybe, and just dehaze him, and you'll soften that hard shadow or that hard light on that jaw. This one specifically bothers me right there. So otherwise, though, everything else is just rocking. I love it. I love it. It's just beautiful shot. He also did one other shot he wanted to share, and that's this one here, Hopper and Michael, or excuse me, Raph against the Foot Clan. A couple rats for aesthetics. I like that.
I like this. This is nice because they're actually doing Playmates is doing this. They're doing a Mirage style Raph and Leo to go with Hopper, which looks just like this, and 11.
Rock on, man.
So very toony comic book style, but I think if you wanted some Mirage Comics figures, bro, like that's the next best thing to get that Kevin Eastman look.
Yeah. AL.Z, I agree with you. Hopper looks really realistic here. I'm really digging Hopper. Raph has got a little bit more of that high-bound highlights on him that's giving him that plasticky look that needs to be muted in some degree. But again, this is my personal opinion. Otherwise, I couldn't again point out much of anything that I would say would be wrong with this. It's just
another perfect shot in my book.
Personal preference as far as I'm concerned with the highlights the way that is. What do you got, Harry?
Yeah, it's another perfect shot in my book. Yeah, just exactly with the other one. I mean, I saw this in your tag earlier, and I wanted to talk about it because that immediately stood out to me. I just thought it looked amazing. So I love the God rays you have coming from what looks like an actual diorama that you have there, and like the little chain coming from the top. Yeah, it's awesome. I love that whole setup. So good, so good.
Yeah. Crimson Viper, he's saying, I've definitely learned to use diffuse light more and more with plastic figures. You can bound light off of white poster board, cardboard backing kind, or even index cards for macro stuff. Yeah, you can bound light off of almost anything. And that's another thing you got to keep in mind when you're utilizing bouncing material, is that if you have any kind of color involved in that material, it's going to bounce that color light at your subject. So great example is this. Like, be careful if you're using like an XPS foam diorama and you have like a back wall of it is pink and there's light somehow bouncing on that, you now introduced a pink into your shot you may not have intended to. Because just because that side's not camera facing doesn't mean the light's not going to take and have a field day with that and be like, let's put pink all over your turtles because. So yeah, there's many times where I've actually had to put a blackboard in front of that exact scenario, like on the inside of a wall that I built because that side is still pink. I didn't paint it with anything. So very big thing to be careful of when using diorama pieces specifically. But I love this shot. Harold, he wanted to share one real quick, and then we're going to get back to, I think I got everybody out of the way. There's Harold's work.
Guards.
Commander Green, he's one of my co-hosts, and he's got some shots he wanted to submit, and let me make this bigger so it is really. I love the Coruscant Guard shots here, man. This is awesome. Harry, what you got, man? What you got?
Yeah, I liked the composition here. I like the background. That looks like actual hoses that maybe he's using for the background.
Yeah, he's using the corrugated hose or whatever. Yeah,
very, very cool. I love the lightning effect he has, the little flare right there. The one thing that I would critique is, at least that's just me, is that it's a little bit too warm. I guess I would have liked it to be a little for the temperature to be a little bit more cool, I guess. So just make it a little bit more blue, but that's just me. I think he was going for that warm look, so.
Yeah, it looks like he deliberately chose a warmer filter. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I were to say,
yeah,
I love lighting on all of this. If I were going to say anything, is like this effect here, the glow is too tight. You want more fall off in this glow. It just seems very, very localized. You want this to expand further and further out until it just kind of bleeds away. So the way I do this in post, and again in Photoshop, if I were to do it this way, is you start your tightest one your tightest brush at the highest opacity level, usually around 60 some odd percent or so opacity, and I do a quick outline basically, and then a blend, and then as I go out further and further, I do a lower, basically a half the opacity each time. So the next one will be 30% opacity, and I go wider, and then 15% opacity, I'm going even wider with that same glow color that I want, and then might even play a little further depending on if I feel the glow needs to go further out. So that's just me, and that's that's the only thing I got for you, Harold, as far as this goes. I think everything else is lit really well. Lou, what you got, man? I know you got your Power Rangers, but what else you got?
It looks very warm. It looks like a warm shot. I don't know what kind of environment it's supposed to be in. It looks industrial.
On Tatooine.
Tatooine? Okay. Yeah, because it looks industrial from what I see with the tubings in the back that kind of look like, pillar structures, if you will. So, it looks good. Other than that, there's nothing I can really say. The poses are on point. I like the little light effects on the blaster and the baton. So
yeah, great work here, Commander Green. I love it. He says, yeah, I would have done a wider glow on the first layer, then the lightning on the top. Yeah, just play with that. I mean, that's all you need to work on here, in my opinion. I've missed a few things here. Crimson Viper Foosh Ninjas are pretty cool figures, and sometimes can get on sale for cheap. They're 1/12 scale. All right.
Foosh Ninjas.
And A.K.A. Hopper looks realistic. And let me go through these comments real quick, Lou. Love the clone shot. Are those BS figures? These are Hot Toys, if I'm not mistaken, Crimson. So these are expensive.
Yeah, they look like Hot Toys.
Looks like the vacuum cleaner tubes, according to A.K.A. We've already touched on that. Carlito, I feel like the warm haze in the shot gives it a cinematic feel. It definitely does. But I think what we're talking about is not the haze, but just cutting that with a cooler, temperature. Just give that a little bit of cooler temperature.
Just go with your temperature slide and just slide it to the left, a little bit cooler. But that's just me. I like blue for my shots. I think it looks more cinematic, but yeah,
I hate blue, man. I never use blue in my shots.
I love blue. I was being
a
blue filter on everything. Yeah. If you want cinematic, just throw a blue filter on top.
It's always blue, man. It's always blue. Yes, I wanted to go back to my hashtag because that had stuff. All right, moving back, man. This is one R3 Toys posted this one, tagged us, man. This is really awesome. Here's your bodega, bodega Miles.
Yeah, that's the bodega Miles. I love it. It looks so good. I can't wait to get it.
This is a Hot Toys bodega Miles Morales.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is when you're playing the game, you get to do side missions, and once you finish all the bodega cat scenes, once you do all the bodega missions, the side missions, you get this suit. And
I'm happy. I just got the movie costume, but for some reason I didn't realize, and I'm not really happy about it, is that it gives you that frame rate that they move at too, and that's a little off.
That's his special ability for that specific suit, but you can switch the abilities on suits.
So he doesn't move like that?
Yeah, you can make it so he doesn't move like that.
You can have every other suits move like that if you just switch out the abilities with that ability.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because I mean, I don't mind it. It just was very off-putting when you first got it because you're like, wow, I'm not dodging anywhere like I'm supposed to be because my movement's all like on the wrong frame. I'm trying to dodge something.
Looks cool.
Harold, what do you think of this shot, man?
Yeah, this is another one of those. Like, I have nothing to say. R3 Toys, he's just awesome.
Yeah.
So,
well, he's got more than just his here. So he's got this shot here.
Oh yeah, beautiful portrait. It's so clean and it's so sharp. The lighting is great. Complements his suit and his jacket so well.
Now, see, I'm disagreeing with all of this.
There's not enough. There's not enough fog in it.
There's not enough rim light, man. Why didn't you know this? This side.
It wasn't my turn yet. It wasn't my turn yet.
This side, he's just starting to bleed into this background a little bit. I feel like he's falling into that background on this side. Go ahead, Lou. I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought.
No. No, that's good. He's supposed to be blended into the environment, man. He's a man of the city. Plus, his special ability is to go invisible anyway.
I do like that. I got that ability on my suit or whatever right now. Like if I get seen while I'm trying to stealth around, it automatically puts me invisible. I love that. I'm like, let's just keep doing stealth takedowns because it says I need 3 to get the bonus.
Yeah.
It's like nobody knows I'm here.
Yeah, it's dope, man. I really have nothing to say about it. It blends in well, but it also stands out. So that's a good combination to have those two things in the shot. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can make out the silhouette, and it makes it. This shot has something that most shots don't have, and that is it draws you in so you can pay attention to the details. It's that eye catching. Sometimes eye catching doesn't have to be the brightest color, doesn't have to be the brightest lights, it doesn't have to be the sharpest. It's just
yeah.
And then you start
making the shot. I do. I just feel like this side is just a little too dark. I don't know why. I like that there's highlights in here that pull the darkness out of the whole picture. But I don't think the whole thing, of course, could go with highlights either. But I like this side of his sweater more than I like that side. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I get you. I know what you mean because you like silhouette shots. You like it has to always be like see the entire thing. You never have yours kind of muddy to the point where it's like it blends in. Yours is always silhouetted out, and that's just the way your eye goes for shots.
Well, it kind of probably goes with like the first 2 years as everything was muddy when I was shooting. So I've been trying my hardest to pull out of that. So,
keep some of it because you never know when it works for you.
All right, so R3, that's some great stuff, man. I hope to see some more. I think we went over those. We went over that. This was last week, right? Yeah, I think we went over that last week. This is all last week. All right, so here's another new one. This is Collection Unleashed, another one from the collective here. So yeah, good stuff. Toy Photographer Collective group here. What do you guys got, man? Who wants to go first?
I'll take a crack at it.
All right, Lou, crack it.
There's no light reflecting.
Yeah.
There's no light reflecting off the visor, baby. On both of their visors.
On anything else. Or
anything else.
Yeah, the way this blue is so bright here. I mean, if you want to go with that kind of brightness, you need to have some blue cast on your ground here, on this guy here, on this guy here. And the best way to have done that is just have a blue light facing them.
Yep.
And maybe a little raised up and point it more down so that you'd get a hotter blue closer to the blast source, and it falls off, of course, as it goes. So you'd put a blue light kind of up here and facing them, and that would have solved most of your problem with the light there. So what's up, Star Crash? How you doing? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to be specific on
no.
Go ahead.
I think that's pretty much it. The poses is on point. It's a little dark of a shot. I know
but that blue would have solved that darkness too. So
exactly. Other than the darkness and the light effects, that's all that's missing, really.
Yeah. I want to add one more thing then, since you're done. With this effect here, I would put a little bit of blur on it, just to soften up these edges, because it looks very much like you've taken this effect out and just kind of copied and pasted almost a little bit here. And if that's that's all you got access to, that's great. I mean, obviously we all start somewhere. Let me hit that like button too. But if you can, I'd put a little bit of blur on this, and that way it kind of fuzzes those edges. And particularly here, I think it's a bit hot. It's like you don't see the muzzle of the gun at all. So if you're using Photoshop, what you can also do is do a blend if, and that will help bring that muzzle back a little bit here. Just doing a blend if right there, it will help bring that back out. Harry, what do you got? Anything else you want to add?
No, yeah, that's basically everything. You just need that, blue light reflecting on everything, and maybe the blast effect is a little bit too bright as well. I would bring that down a little bit, and then have the blue reflecting on everything. And yep, that's the only thing.
All right. Good stuff though, Collection Unleashed, man.
Everything else is great. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see
Great
more
scene.
as it comes in, man. Each week, man. Let's tag us at least once. Let's do it. Let's do it. Here's Crimson's shot, man. Crimson Viper.
Ooh.
Got like a fly in here or something. This one, Crimson. I just joined this toy photographer collective when he was sharing this, trying to get some help on it, and we got him a pretty long way here. But what do you guys think?
Not
I
bad.
love the pose. I love the depth of field. The lighting is pretty good. I feel like it might be a little bit too contrasty. Maybe bump that contrast down a little bit. But
I
yeah,
see.
that's the main thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. The pose is on point. Placement is on point. Contrast is a bit sharp, so it kind of even that out. I think it will be perfect.
Yeah.
Do we have another shot
And
after
maybe
this?
We got some BTS stuff that he was doing as he
if you
did this here. So
yeah, maybe a bounce light a bounce card in the back as well to light up the back of the helmet a little bit more. You get some of
Okay.
that on the shoulder pad right there, but on the helmet itself, we're getting nothing. So
we'll get to that DJ Crinkly bags, man. That's pretty awesome. But all right. So I tried to help Crimson a little bit with this one, because at first when I don't know if it's in here. Let's see. Yeah, we had it a bit orange, and I was like, well, we need to, your blaster is more of a red. We want to try to match that a bit more. This blaster. So we wanted to try to get that to be a bit more red, and I think would have benefited the most here is I know he was trying to get this red in here to really work, and I think we needed to localize it a little bit more with a snoot in the end here. And then you want to taper this red off on this side, because with the beam effect itself, you got a pretty decent one here. You got a taper and everything here, which is great. But what you want to do is use like a blur effect or whatever that makes this taper, this white taper, and then this should have fallen off. This red shouldn't continue on this consistently like that. It should have been a fall off around around this point here. It should have started really falling off, just to give it that motion. Because right now it looks like you've just kind of painted that blaster on there. And I know I was trying to help you when we were in the chat, but it's so hard to type the whole time. So I apologize. But
I
Lazy.
feel like the blaster effect should be a little bit brighter. I don't know if you're doing.
Yeah, we were discussing that too, because I mean, I don't know how what the skill level is, and they even said so that maybe it should be more white in here. Yeah, it would have been a lot more photoshopping involved, but and I think I did mention that if you really want to get into it, you can try to do a hotter center and then go red outwards. But there was only but so much I think they're able to do with what they got. Let's see. By the way, that is a shelf I got from Target. Yeah, definitely. I've got the same shelf, man. Same shelf. Background glued some parchment paper. Yeah, I glued some tissue paper on the back of mine. But then later on, I 3D printed my own. I did use motion blur to taper the laser bolt, but the outer glow blending option was really hard to get right. Yeah, it is. It's a pain in the butt.
Are you using screen to blend, or I don't know if you're using Photoshop, but the blending mode, it doesn't look like it's on screen, at least to me. But I could be wrong. Yeah.
So just play with the blending mode some more, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I would maybe bump up the exposure for the blaster effect a little bit, and then just set that on screen. I don't know if it is. It could be on screen already, but yeah, I think it's just a little bit too dim. The blaster effect, I mean, like compared to the one in the background, it's a lot dimmer.
He says, yeah, screen layer effect I tried, but it did nothing.
That's strange.
Beskar Kid, it is a solid shot, man. It's a really, I mean, getting the editing and stuff just right is very trying. I mean, you can be professional to be right all the time, and I'm not right all the time. I know that. And all we're here to do really is try to help each other, know what to look for to try to get these things right, to maybe know what to study to try to work on this a little more. So that's all we're doing, man.
It's just really the technicality of everything, like getting things to look physically correct, like in terms of like scientifically correct. But yeah, we're not trying to knock on anybody's work here. You know, just
No.
trying to point out things that
No,
we feel
we're,
like
we're
could
definitely
be.
here to just try to get everybody up to a level where they're better, you know, where they're at. I mean, Big Dog Pound 1, he's loving your work there, Crimson Viper, obviously. And of course, Beskar Kid's got a picture into this week, so we need to get to that. And Harold
Woo.
pictures because he can't just tag me. I'm giving him grief.
Mm.
He wants to critique though. He can take it. Awesome. Cannot grow and learn without being. Yeah, that's right.
Very true.
Our kid,
Cannot agree anymore.
Big Dog Pound 1. That was yesterday. I'm paying for it now. Yeah. And then yes, overall it's an awesome shot,
Yeah.
man. We're gonna
Yeah.
get you there though. We're gonna get you there. We're gonna by the time we're done, we're gonna get you
And
there.
I also assumed he did lighting stacking here.
Say again.
Like what I would do, I assume that he's doing light stacking here, like what I would do. You know, take a couple of photos, overlay them on top of each other, and then that's what I'm assuming here.
Yeah, but I think he did a color correction because I mentioned that this was the wrong color to go with that laser bolt, which it
Okay.
was. So
Yeah,
I know he
there's
did
quite a bit
that.
of editing involved here. He had to edit out that arm as well, the
Yeah.
clear arm that's coming in. So yeah, quite a bit of work went into
He
this.
says
one
yes,
for sure.
composite shot with different lighting. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
All right. Well, Green, we're gonna get to you. I got a lot of other people I got to touch on too, though. Let me see here. I did one of your shots. We're gonna come back to you. Rippic Tan, man, look, he's using that background again. It's not fair. It's too awesome.
Never disappoints.
I mean,
Yeah, he's awesome.
Look at this background he's got. It's so awesome. I love
That's
it. I just
amazing.
want
Oh, I've seen his work before.
I love it. I love this background, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is
Look at this, man. Just landing his stuff in this
good.
thing.
Too
All
good.
Look at the power lines too, man. Did he was careful to avoid the power lines when he flew in, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Too good.
Yeah, and he has multiple angles to pick from here.
Yeah, it's great.
But that just
What you got, man? What you got?
I got
Nothing.
This is perfect. Yeah.
nothing.
I
Best
don't think
Kid,
I'm qualified to talk
when you
about
come
this
back to
shot.
replay, we'll have you. I'm sorry we haven't gotten to you yet.
Beskar Kid.
Later, bro. If I was to do any kind of takeaway from this, I would trade the Hasbro for a hot toy. That's it. That's pretty much it.
Probably get the perspective he needs to work. I mean, it could just be a little, he could be closer to the camera. That's all it is,
Yeah, but you know what? Good. He's using a small scale X-wing and a Hasbro figure and just making them look the distance,
Hot toy
depth of
work,
field.
man. You could have done the mini the what do you call it, the force perspective. Could have done it.
Yeah. It's so good. It's so good. You just can't complain. Using actual lighting, setting up, and then creating atmosphere with a little bit of fog.
Yep.
And it doesn't look so muddy either on the figure. You see the fog atmosphere in the background, and he's just like walking through it. Like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
We
got. What you got, man? What you got, Harry?
Yeah, I think I've said it all. The last 5 minutes, I think it's perfect. There's nothing I can say about this.
All right. Well, I'm going to say something because I got something to say about this. I love it. I want to say that first.
Of course.
But one of the things I would have done, it'd have been me, is add a little bit more of that fog down by his ankles, something. Just let you know that he's walking still through that texture because he is entirely too unmarred by any fog or whatever, considering there's all this fog back there. I just feel like there needs to be a little bit more up front, but I would have gone like down by the feet. I would have used this little vape thing and just kind of blown down by the feet. Just got a nice little, like he's walking through a, just a little dry ice type fog here in the bottom or something, if you could. Other than that, I just feel like he's not tied to that fog behind him is the only problem.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But other than that, I love it. It's great. His lighting is great. He's not overly done anywhere. I don't know what's up with the strap. The strap's bothering the crap out of me.
It's Hasbro. That's it. It's not the fault of the pose. It's the figure.
AO.Z said, I would love some minor color grading on this, is I guess what he said. So, okay.
Maybe make him a little darker, if anything, because he's,
yeah,
it looks very cavish. But then again,
sorry, go ahead.
No. Then again, I could be wrong. That's basically it. You know?
Okay. I thought we were done, and then you kept going. That's cool. Here's A.K.A. though. We got to get him in here, man.
Yeah.
Zed the Flash. I think we talk about this last week.
I
Or maybe
don't
I don't remember. It was a
think
6
we
day old
did.
thing. I don't know. Did we?
Yeah. I don't
Anybody?
think we did.
I'm away from Mezco's 3-pack to be on sale because Ezra Miller just like annihilated his character. So basically, and that's not even in the film. He just annihilated his character off screen.
Real life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So waiting for those figures to be released and be like, okay, nobody wants them. Because I know Hot Toys, they want them and they want to sell them for buku bucks. Like if you mess up in life, you're worth more money. I don't know how, but okay.
Well, A.K.A. says this is new. We haven't gone over this one, so okay.
Yeah.
I'll take his word
Great.
for it.
Great lighting.
I like the lighting, overall. But again, I'm gonna sit here and just spout ideas. I'm not saying anything's wrong here. Maybe cut this with just a little bit of color on him, some kind of color light of some sort, just either a blue or even a warm light, just something to. He's just kind of very. This tone is almost the exact same tone as his wall behind him, and that kind of bothers me. But otherwise, his focus is good. I love the depth of field with the bokeh behind him, and of course, the way these are all looking. I just would have cut him with a little bit of some kind of light to make his face not look like he's part of that wall.
Yeah, I can see
If
that.
that makes any sense.
Yeah, his skin complexion matches the wall.
Yeah,
I get
I
you.
would cut that complexion because I've been like that looks weird. But it's
I guess
I only got
that agrees. So that's good. Yeah, that's the only thing I would do, man. Just cut that
think-
complexion just somehow.
I think another thing is, I guess I would change the pose a little bit. In the caption, he's like, "You have a cave," and I feel like he should maybe look up or something and around instead of kind of looking down. That's a
That's a
little,
possibility. That's a possibility.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's looking at Bruce.
yeah.
He'll be looking at Bruce.
Is Bruce like on the floor? Or what's happening?
He's sitting in his chair because he's Bruce Wayne. He's
that's
all
true,
kinds
that's
of
true.
I'm too badass to even
That's
walk
true.
around and show you the place.
Mhm.
You can look.
Speaking of which, the only thing missing from the shot is a chair. If you get the meme.
Yeah, so you can throw it at someone. Yeah.
There you go. Throw it
Yeah.
at bats. Like, oh, you want to
Jesus.
sit? Got you.
Damn it, Ezra. What are you
So
doing?
guys, we got 20 watching right now. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And also remember, we also got the memberships open. And right now we do have wallpapers that you can vote on, and members only can vote on it. You can see what the wallpapers are. Of course, what YouTube will let you see because it crops it. But all these wallpapers will be cropped for your desktop and or phone. So you get to vote if you're a member, and you get a wallpaper for your mobile and your desktop device if you have both. So each month you guys get a new vote and a new wallpaper. So make sure you check out the membership down below. Rins Torlento. There we go. Saw Zack Snyder's Justice League 3-pack showcase in SDCC. They don't look like the promo posted. Promo photos posted. Were you looking at that, or were you looking at the Sideshow Clone Wars figures?
Good one.
Don't get me started.
I had to throw that in there.
I did.
Yeah.
But
Is he talking about Hot Toys?
He's talking about Mezco.
Yeah.
Mezco.
Okay.
that's
That's
what
what
he's
I'm
talking about. The 3-pack. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm because Mezco's had a 3-pack where you were able to get your Batman and Superman again, but it was the black suit Superman, and you got your Flash. So
Yes,
I don't know.
Big dog. Yes, sir.
Big Dog Pound. Yeah, you could rim light his
sir.
face,
Yes,
get
sir.
that side lit up to bring
Always
him
rim
off that
light.
wall. That would work too. But it'd be easier because you don't have a lot of room to hide that light without causing other light issues. To probably just light this side a different color. Give it either a warmer look or a cooler look, depending on what you want to do.
or just put, or even just take his face and put it a little bit more towards the darker area, so that way
you could just
doesn't blend.
repose it. Yeah.
That's
Move
pretty
the
much it.
background, maybe, move the background a little bit too.
Let's see what else we got here. Did we go over this one?
Ooh,
Toy box photography. We got a little Warhammer, you know, Astartes looking whatever Space Marine things. I don't know what they are. Harry, what you got?
Yeah, I like the shot a lot. Lighting is great. I love the depth of field. Just great portrait. Yeah, that's
You know,
basically
I'm
all I
going to
have.
put a new rule. I'm going to let Lou go before I talk about what I feel about this or whatever. But there's going to be a new rule, I think. What I want you guys to do in the future when we tag these photos, I want to know what you guys are shooting with. I would like to know the camera and the lens that you're shooting with. If you're using the phone, say you're using the iPhone or Android, just let me know. I'm curious. And if we know these things, we can maybe even help you more. So I'll put that in the stipulations or whatever for the next one, but let's try to put in there the camera information. That would be great. I think it'd be wonderful to know the camera and the lens that you guys are shooting with. Lou, I'm sorry, go ahead.
It looks pretty good. You know, the focus is on the face of this character or the helmet, if you will. Everything else seems to be blurring out towards the edges. There's nothing I can really say about this. It's a nice portrait shot of a figure I have no idea about. I know it's Warhammer. I know it's Warhammer, but I know nothing of Warhammer. The first time I got introduced to Warhammer was something on YouTube where it's Warhammer versus some furries, and it was like the funniest thing ever. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about on YouTube. Yeah.
On YouTube,
So-
you need to watch the Astartes. It's a fan-made
Oh
Warhammer.
yeah, one dude.
novel.
did
It's 5
everything.
episodes. They're all made
Insane.
individually, but they all go together as one story. It's awesome.
Oh, nice. Okay. I'll check it out. But other than that, the shot is dope. I like the color of the lighting that was chosen. You have white and a little bit of yellow, and it just like meets in the middle and just blends well with this specific figure, just based off the colors that's on this figure.
Dude, I'm in love with this shot. I there's nothing I can say about it. I mean, literally. I mean, I've said that and then like, but no, this is the only but I got is I have nothing to say about this. I mean, just I love how well this is lit. This is you're using
It's
obviously
impossible.
a good tight lens, 100 probably millimeter macro or something, and your light is so on point here. I love it. You got shadows, you got lights, but there's nothing overly harsh anywhere. There's nothing overly harsh shadow or light wise, which is great. I love it. The harshest shadow is just basically a fall off. You get this fall off here, and I love it. I would love to be able to get consistent lighting like this. This is what I aspire to be able to light like this, man. This is beautiful. This is great. I love it.
You did the impossible, Toy Box.
Yeah, this is beautiful. Really nice tight
Did the
focus.
impossible.
I love it. I can't help you here. You've surpassed all of us here on the panel today.
Yeah.
Got nothing for you. That's mine from last week.
What is this? Get this out of here.
This is another PL Toy Box photography, and this one we can talk about. So there's some room for improvements in this one. Harry.
I think overall it's just too dark. You can't really see what's happening or who's the character. I mean, you can see what's happening, but you can't really see the characters and what they're doing exactly. You can't really tell where he's sitting on. So yeah, that's just the main thing, is that it's a little too dark for me.
Lou, you got anything?
Oh, a lot of open space.
That's another thing.
And yeah, it's a lot of open space. I wanted to say something different because obviously I agree with Harry. It's a little too dark. I like the colors, but it's not enough brightness to show you who's kneeling. You can see who's sitting down, and this is obviously Mythic Legion stuff, but you can't really see who's there, and it's just like it gets a little lost with all that dead space. There's nothing filling the dead space. Like, I love the smoke effect, the little fog on the bottom.
Nice dry effect there. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's dope. The big guy sitting on the throne is dope, but other than that, I get the premise of it. It's a dark setting, it's very moody, but it's a little too dark, a little too open, and not enough going on.
Yeah, I agree. It's really hard to see what's going on. What I would add here is a very confined top light, just aiming straight down, because that wouldn't put off the mood, the majesty of the shot. I would just get one overhead light and make sure that's curved, not really hitting the wall too much, maybe towards the bottom or something. Just a straight up and top to bottom light, and that's what I would do to maybe help this out. Bearded man, if you got to go to bed, man, I know you're in the UK, so I understand. Thank you so much for being here
Thanks for
tonight.
stopping by,
Appreciate
sir.
it. Have a
Yeah.
great night, Bearded. We'll see you next week, I hope, man. Enjoy. But that's what I would do. Do one top down light here. And I'm gonna whip out one of mine for an example real quick, just because I'm opening the wrong program. Just because where I used the top light, I had it and I went past it. Right here we're pulling this one out again. I didn't want to add too much to really take away from the mood of the shot, but I had one top light coming down, and it really helped answer a lot of the problems without overlighting anything. So 1.6 shooter. Dude, I should have sent you a link.
Hey, Trevor.
Let's go back to him and let's see. He says, composition mainly. I love to see the same scene done more of a 3/4 angle with the big figure looming over the. Ooh, that'd be nice.
Ooh,
Yeah.
So
good call.
higher up. Yeah,
Good call.
that'd be a good call. Yeah, definitely make use of the space. It wouldn't be so dead like right here. It would be utilized. It'd be a downwards look, so your eyes would gradually go down that way and not just linger in this big open area. That would definitely help. Good call, Trevor, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, Trevor
Awesome,
is a
awesome,
pro
man.
here, so
Yeah, Trevor gets paid to do this. We are all
yeah,
jealous.
we're all just
We're hobbyists.
yeah.
We're hobbyists. He gets paid to do it. He hasn't discussed money, but he said, we know he gets paid.
Yeah.
But so you can do it that way. So I wish I had you here, but Trevor, you don't feel like it needs any more light though, because most of us here feel it's a little dark.
Well, if he's talking about changing up the angle a little bit, or enough where it doesn't look too, cut up, I see where he's talking about. Like, there's just enough light where that dead space could, be avoided if the angle was different or taken from a different position. So, like, let's say, instead of it being completely, seeing the side view, give it an angle view, and you literally cut that dead space out, and you have enough light to see what's going on because of the angle you're changing it from. Because you can see that there's enough light there for the actual character that's sitting on the throne. You can see that it's a big giant guy with a horse head, but the angle, you're like, okay, I see this person there, that person there. It's just missing like a rim light or something that just could accent that one character kneeling.
And I think also because Trevor does agree that it is a little dark. So if you did my one light effect though, and you did want to do that twist of the camera, give it that angle, I would also at that point not do a straight up and down light, because that would play with the angle that you've now established, and maybe put that light back here behind the Anubis type figure, having it, and it would light up her face a bit more too. I think that'd be pretty great. Figgy, what's going on? What's going on?
Biggie.
So yeah, but basically you just need to play with that lighting some more, and definitely don't be afraid to tilt your camera. I mean, there was a phase I was going through where I'd give it that perspective tilt too. I've gotten out of it.
Angle.
It's definitely something to play with. It works more for in my experience anyway, the portrait shots instead of the landscape shots. But hey, you can make it work. Make it work. Let's bring Harold back in now, because he had this other one he wanted to share. This is he loves to shoot these. This is Hot Toys again, outdoors, and he catches this light in the camera. It's great. I love it. Harry, take it away.
Yeah, I think we've seen another angle of this shot before, something really similar. But I feel like this one is a huge improvement just in terms of like composition. I think the lighting is pretty similar, but yeah, compositionally this is much better, and I really like the shot a lot. Yeah, lighting's great.
Let me go back to this real quick. So since
with the other shot,
since Trevor's still talking about it a little bit. Says the angle isn't wrong, but if there were some interest in the top right windows or some wall detail, it would work better. So yeah,
Okay.
That'd be another thing, and that could also introduce the light into the room to help balance these figures out.
Yeah,
Like torches or something.
Yeah. porches or a window, over here, and just have that light. If you had a window, position your light over on this side so it can't but shine kind of this way through the window, and kind of hit some of the figures. That'd be good. But yeah, I don't want to, of course, cut Harry short either, or Harold short either. So, so we're back to this guy. Lou, what you got, man?
Green, stop plagiarizing yourself, bro. Jesus Christ. And it's like his shots are freaking awesome, man. It's like sometimes you can see his thumbprint. Basically, you can know it's his shot
because it's outdoors.
Well, it's not just outdoors. It's the posture, it's the angle, and then it's where it's at. That's a classic, H Green shot. So that's all I can say.
I love it, H Green. You know how I feel about this. I love that you got the lens flare in here, the real real life lens flare. Nothing beats that. Oops, what is that? I didn't mean to do that. But I'm loving this. I love the colors. I even love that you got some reflections in the eye. I love that. Yeah. There's not much I can say about it.
Great shot.
H Green says the arm is off a little off from this angle on the clone trooper. I wouldn't noticed it until you said something. Thanks for ruining your shot for me. Appreciate it.
No, not really.
Hey, I sent you something on Instagram regarding a viewer's request last week. Okay, I'll try to get to that. But let me see what AO.Z. Nope. There we go. The viewer request asked to see the rest of this Batman shot that AO.Z did. Before and after, I think this is his first attempt, and this is after we talked to him about it, I think. AO.Z, can you clarify that, please?
Is that the one you want to talk about? I thought we talked about this.
Yeah.
Or was that just me and him?
That real quick. Yeah. And Mark, okay, we'll go back to AO.Z.
Maybe refresh real quick, maybe.
Well, I'm going to go to this. Where did my go? There we go. I'm going to go back into here while we're waiting for him. He wanted a full view of it. Okay. All right. Here's Pablo again. We'll come back to that AO.Z, I promise. Here's Pablo again. He's taken up a lot of screen time today. This is a nice shot. I would have separated this background a little bit. I know some people like to shoot directly on black, but I would have added some kind of texture to this background just because it's what I prefer now. But there's nothing wrong with this. What do you think, Harry?
I think what she's holding in her hand feels like it should emit some light. So maybe have some light on her face, some yellow light on her face and on her costume from the front. And then, maybe that's what they like to do, is to have a black background, but that's something that I wouldn't. So just to have something that separate the figure from the background as well. But yeah, that's just me. Okay.
Lou? I think he's kind of covered for you, but yeah.
I actually like the shot. The shot gives me a very Death Row Records vibe, if you will. That poster of Death Row Records. That's what the vibe it gives me. But I do agree, if that glow effect is supposed to emulate any type of light, it should be reflected on the face and shoulder.
And up the arm, of course, yeah. No, I agree. It's something I forgot to mention. It was very good points, both of you. That was awesome. Let me go back to AL.Z real quick and open that new tab. And so what he was saying is he did some Batman shots last week where it was basically like the shoulder and like the crotch area and all that kind of stuff, kind of showing what's behind him as well, just the perspective. And here's, I guess, the rest of the Batman from those shots. So there's his face. I like this one the most here. This is great.
Yeah. So I think we talked a little bit. I think the first shot
we talked about
his first attempt. Yeah, and he didn't like the shot, but he ended up not scrapping it, and he just tried again. And the second attempt is much better.
Definitely.
Yeah. The color add to it too. That's probably why
the color grading is on point. Yeah, very cinematic, very very Zack Snyder. I'll say that.
Yeah. You said the top was the first attempt, and this is the second attempt. This is great stuff. I love this one, and I think we went over this because I was asking about this blur here on the backside. Because it was a little jolting when you looked at it. Straight focused on that, because the blur was very heavy-handed. But Figgy loves it. Seeing a huge difference. Looks amazing. Love it, A.O.Z. You do such wonderful work, man. You do such wonderful work.
Yep.
I wanted to touch on one. Where'd it go? Might be over here. I wanted to touch on one that. So I don't know if you guys know, but 6Kill Mafia Anthony, he's been working on his photography skills because he's trying to. He does work with X06, and I think he's trying to take over the photography of the figures for him. So I've been helping him on the side, and here's one that he and I worked on a little bit with. He's just trying to get because he can't take pictures of the X06 figures. You know, obviously there's stuff he's not supposed to be showing people yet and whatever.
This is, by the way, just real quick. This is mine now. By the way, this figure right here is.
I thought you bought
being
yours
sent to me
from 1/6 man. No, you bought it from
no, it's from 6Kill Mafia. Yeah, so I bought it from Anthony. Yeah, so this is gonna be sent to me.
So yeah,
really soon.
So I helped him out with this for a couple hours the other night. It's a little brighter than I'd liked, but it's still, I think, for a product photography, which is what he's going for, I think he's kind of nailing it. I would love though, Trevor, if you're still here, if there's anything I can get you guys talking, because you do product photography for toys. Maybe you can help him out as well, because I'm just winging it. I don't get paid to do product photography. All my shots are very cinematic, at least attempting to be. So, Trevor, if you're still here and you can give 6Kill Mafia any pointers, I'm sure he'd appreciate that. But I wanted to touch on this one for it. Lou, what do you think of this shot? I know it's still a little bright in my opinion, but it's still very defined too. I think it looks very much like the actor and not really too much like a toy. So what do you think?
I prefer these shots over the Hot Toy promo shots that they were giving us. Honestly, this is like you see Liam Neeson in it. You get to see how it is in different contrast of lighting. You get what I'm saying? So it's not, the shadows are even better on this than you would see on anything else, because that new what was it that new Obi-Wan, like you could throw that in the dark and it still wouldn't help itself. You know what I mean? But this is pretty good. This is pretty good. And then just bring down the brightness a little bit. Maybe whatchamacallit, freaking fabric softener sheet, or some type of filter through the light to just dim it slightly.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much it.
I got to separate the background though, like I was talking about, like with that last shot. I told him to use his vape and do that, and that's what we got. Like a nice subtle gradient going up the back here. I like that. It's separating it. It's not just a black nothing, but that was one of the inputs that I gave on him to do that. He was going to be on the show today, but he had signed up to be on Dante's stream first, so he had to obligate that. But he might be here next week. We can talk with him.
Cool.
Nice.
But Harry, did you see what AO.Z said?
I was going to say, yes, he's dying as soon as he gets here. So.
Well, did you see Posing with Peter did a death scene for him too?
Yeah,
right?
I saw that. And he did the trick with the lightsaber, with the blade itself. I saw that, so I'm gonna try and.
I'll pull that up too if you guys remind me before we go. But I just want to bring this up and give a shout out to Anthony. He's made some huge, progress.
Yeah.
Although his background is for videography, I told him he should get a hold of you and work with you on your methods. Since you do video, but he says he wants to learn the actual photography method.
I actually have been in contact with him for the last few days. We chat a little bit, and
you have talked to him?
We weren't streaming, but we had a video call yesterday.
Okay.
For like a good 5-6 hours, and I was just telling him what I do. So if you go to his page, he posted some new shots using the technique that I was helping him. Still in practice phase. So I feel like
I recommended he talk to you. I guess he took you up on that. So
that's how I got in contact with him about buying Qui-Gon as well, because we were talking. I'm just helping him out with what I would do in terms of lighting and editing. So
Big Dog Pound's got a question for us real quick. He says, do you use strobe lights or continuous lighting or LEDs for indoor toy photography, and what types of lights do you prefer? I'll start off with saying I think we all use consistent LED lights.
Just LED
flashes
lights
are a bit trickier.
Yeah. Just
and
this right here.
Yeah.
Well, I use as many lights as possible. If I have a room that has a lot of lighting, Try to get it, as bright as possible. If it doesn't look as dark as I want it, I'll take away some lights, including the room light itself, just to set the mood up. We did that with the Predator shot that me and Maz collaborated with. I did the posing, a little bit of direction, and then Maz took it to Photoshop and took it from there.
Yeah, what I find working best is just to have a bounce card of some sort, like a piece of foam or something, and just shine your light right at it, and then use that as your key light. I think it gives you the most beautiful, soft light, rather than just direct light from LEDs. That's usually a little bit too harsh.
As far as LEDs, though, I'm a Lume Cube junkie. That's what I use. But there are a lot cheaper solutions out there that are just pretty damn solid as well. So
all of my shots are lit using just this light, basically just this thing. All of my shots.
And what brand is that one?
This is just a Pixel G1S. I think it's on Amazon for like $60.
$60. Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap.
I was looking at that yesterday.
Yeah, it's cheap and it's built pretty well. Like, it's metal. It feels nice. Yeah.
That's the one that comes individual 2-pack and 4-pack, correct?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, I was looking at that yesterday. I was like, I need to get some lights.
Yeah.
Try to work on a nice little setup for reviews and just change my review section.
Figgy, I want to just give you a user beware thing. I had some cohorts of crime there, some predator guys. They got the Ulanzi lights, and one of them actually blew up during usage. So be careful with that. It started a fire. I don't know what the circumstances were beyond that. I just know that there was a fire involved with those lights. So be careful, please. Harry, do you have anything to add
to this picture?
To anything of this? Yeah, this or what you were talking about, or anything?
No, not really. I think it really depends on like what kind of technique you're using. For me, I stack all of my photos with different lighting, and then I blend them together. So I just use one light for the most part. But basically, try and diffuse your lights and get them as soft as you can. That's what I usually try and go for. That's why I bounce everything off of like a bounce card. But yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with the way this turned out, man. The only thing is his hair looks wet because of this plastic hair here. Up here it looks great, I think, but down here it's looking like it's wet hair or something.
I guess for this shot, talking about bounce cards, I feel like I would have maybe put one. Maybe
we had a bounce on. I can't remember what side now, but I think we bounced to get this eye lit up some because he wanted to get this eye in, at least some eye here.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the shadows and I feel like they're a little bit too dark.
He wanted that cheekbone.
Okay.
He wanted to make sure you had the cheekbone, and I think they kind of work here too. They do make him look like Liam Neeson. And I also told him though when he was shooting product photography, I was like, don't go doing a lot of Photoshop after work on this stuff because people will see the pixel changes. And then they will begin to not trust any of the photography you're doing. So you need to be very, very sparse with what you do as far as removing things. Did we lose Lou?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, there he is.
No, I'm here. I just wanted to send something to you. So.
Oh, okay. Crimson Viper, the iVisi G2 RGB video light is amazing and affordable. Going to do a video review soon, I hope. That'd be awesome.
Cool.
Beskar Kid, we wanted to go touch on that. He tagged me on this one here. He's just got his Scout Trooper in with the speeder bike, I guess. The cool one for all the cool kids. I'm going to give that full screen, man. What do you got, Harry?
Yeah, I think this is a really great pose. The lighting is really nice. You can see everything that's happening. Yeah, great setup. Yeah, the only thing, and it's just me, is I would like to have him be in a scene, I guess, rather than just being in front of some sort of display. But that's just me in terms of what he was going for, of making it look like like product photography kind of. And I think he's really nailing that. So a great pose, great angle, good composition.
Rock on. All right, Lou sent me something, but we'll get into that. Lou, come back, and what do you think about this Scout Trooper?
I don't like scout troopers. Nah. Oh, this is a statue, right?
No,
Or
this
is
is
this
Hot Toys.
Hot Toy. This is the new Scout Trooper, the Return of the Jedi one.
Yep.
It looks like a
Yeah.
statue. That's how well it's photographed. Though, I think, man. It doesn't look like it's got clothes on it. It just looks like it's
That-
like all a statue.
Yeah, that's why I'm put off a little bit because I don't like statues.
The angle though
Nah.
makes it look like it's a quarter scale instead of a 1/6 scale, and it just looks. Yeah, it looks like I get it. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but other than that, it looks good. It looks real good. I really got no complaints. To actually say, I see that where it was taken. It was like in front of the monitor. It has a big Star Wars logo in the back. You see the PlayStation 5 controller in the side.
I
It's
have
it's
one
like
of those. Yay. Sorry.
yeah. Look at this magnificent beast. It's so big you can't put it anywhere except on top of your coffee table.
I'm with this guy just for the sniper rifle. I'm with Commander Green. I just want him for the sniper rifle. I have the other.
Yeah, right there.
Nice.
I just want a Wicket. That's all. I just want Wicket.
I think Pop Culture still has him the 2-pack. Don't quote me on that, but they did last time I looked. Man, they had the 2-pack.
Yeah, but I got no funds right now. My funds are already depleted.
Me too.
Yeah, I can't really get anything for the next unless it's NECA related. I can't get anything unless it's a long set pre-order. I got 2 things in mind that I want to get. That's a long set pre-order. That won't come out until like maybe Christmas or maybe after New Year's. And that's for Sideshow. In any other regards, man, like I'm all in on my NECA stuff because those guys, you never know when they're gonna drop something in their store. It'll last a week, 7 days or whatever, 10 days, and you got to strike when the iron's hot. Because if not, you're gonna be paying like $400 for a Casey Jones for no reason.
Yeah. So let me ask you quick, Lou, before I share these. Are these your pictures that you took?
Yeah, these are mine.
Where do you get this diorama, man? This is awesome.
I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you. You're gonna have to kiss my ass and my feet at the same time. All right. If you could figure out how to circle that square, bro, I'll let you know in the secret. Nah,
That's not right. I'm gonna take it down. You're no longer part of the team.
This is an
Shots are
extreme.
great.
Thank you. This is an extreme diorama set. I actually took this in my room, just using the lights in my room.
Cardboard set thing from Extreme.
And, yeah, and it's extremely huge. It's massive. Like if I was to build the entire subway station the way it's supposed to be built, it's from end to end fits in my king size bed.
Dang.
Now, does it go stairs all the way up, or does it stop right around here? I think is where it looks like it goes flat. Is that right?
Oh no, it goes all the way to the top.
Goes all the way to the top. Wow.
Yep, goes all the way to the top.
Awesome, Lou. I mean, this is some of your best lighting. It looks like
This looks
like it's all in the scene. Like all this light looks natural in here. This is some of the best lighting I've seen you do. To be honest with you,
I didn't do nothing. That's the thing. I didn't do nothing. What I tried to avoid
subway.
Yeah, what I try to avoid is direct light overhead and kind of like put it towards the side so that way there's enough shadow for the stairway so that way it looks like there's another light coming from the stairs.
No, you did a great job. I mean, you can almost not even tell this is an extreme set. I mean, you see me on the show before go, oh, this is one of the extreme sets. This is cardboard. Until I looked closer when you said that, I noticed this railing. This is the only thing that really comes out as being, not 3-dimensional.
Yep, and I knew that was going to be the thing you spot because I spot it every time I see this photo.
But I mean, even then, I didn't think to look for it because the rest. I mean, these stairs, like they look. I mean, I know they're each coming out. They're full stairs, but it's cardboard. But I mean, they're done so well. So and your shot in here are just phenomenal. So I love it. It's great.
Thank you. But this is what I was saying. Sometimes less is more. You don't need to do a lot. Like, for instance, I'm the odd man out in this 3-man team.
Yeah, because you're shooting with a phone. Just for some of your new tuning in people, this is with a phone with no real lighting. No like studio lighting. This is like maybe a desk lamp or something added to your overhead.
No,
but
this is This is direct lighting in my room. What I have is if you could focus on me for a second. If you could focus on me for a second.
I'm coming. Hold on.
You see how I have these lights right here?
That's all you got running
I-
there.
That's just lights inside the ceiling. They're basically room lights, ceiling lights, regular lights. I have some yellow ones and I have some white ones in my actual bedroom. So I took this shot in my bedroom. And that's because I have two lights. One's yellow, one's white. And if I angle the diorama in a specific way, I can get a nice even layer of light where it looks like a train station light setting where the only part that looks dark is the tunnel.
This looks like fluorescent lighting. It's awesome. It's great.
Yeah.
You're in a train station with fluorescent lighting. And I know I saw later you're not using fluorescent lighting. This is just awesome.
Yeah, it looks like that. I also have the actual train diorama as well to go with this. So I will be doing a shot later with it. Thank you, Green. Appreciate that, brother.
You made Harry mad though. You know all that work he does. He just left the room. He doesn't like the fact that you didn't use any real lighting or anything. He's like, man, I wish I could do that. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Yeah, I was here the whole time. I'm just sitting down because I'm standing the whole time.
Yeah,
the camera's not on me. I'm gonna sit down.
Yep, he took advantage of the situation.
Yep.
Yeah. If you go to the other shot,
I don't want to. I like this one.
Yeah, but if you go to the other shot,
I can see the cardboard. That's when I sort of realized, because you said extreme set, and I just realized at the same moment you said that, I was like, wait, this is cardboard.
Yeah, you can see it. So, but here's the thing, if you are focusing on everything else and you're not focusing on him, you're going to see that it looks flat. But if you're just focusing on him, you see that all the focus is on him, even though the things look flat.
I mean, this back here looks like it's not flat. I mean, they did a great job of putting a shadow down there, and this is great. So
yeah,
great
it's
job.
massive. Wait till I get the sewer scene. I'm going to get the sewer diorama set sometime in 2 weeks.
Nice.
I want to say I'm gonna get both the lifelike version and the tune version, so that way I could, futz around with it and see how I could play with it. But just wanted to show you guys what you can do if you just know where your light setup is, even if you're not setting up the light, and just angle your diorama or angle your figure in a specific way. Look at this RoboCop. Holy hell.
David, man. I don't know if you remember David, Collectors.Orbit. He's been on the stream a few times.
Oh my God.
This is a NECA. This is a NECA RoboCop. And you know what's funny is I almost shot RoboCop last night instead of the Turtle or the Terminator. I almost shot RoboCop instead. I'm glad I didn't now. So, here he is.
God, look at that. I can't wait to get my RoboCop sets. Look at that. Oh my God.
Yeah, David is on another level.
Yeah. I'm jealous of David's stuff, man. I really am. I love his lighting.
Me too.
I try to get that cinematic lighting, and it looks like he doesn't even try. He just gets it. It's just infuriating sometimes. Great use of the lighting here, man. And yeah, the cotton bud. Yeah, I've used it in the past too. It's a great thing. This is all cotton back here with some paint on it. Just paint it up. Great stuff. Very great stuff. Harry, you got anything you want to add?
No, this is just perfection. It's like the fact that it doesn't look like a NECA. It looks like a straight up 1/6 scale figure to me at first. It's like, wow.
Like yeah, David, I thought it was a Hot Toys.
Yeah, David and his lighting is just perfect every time. Every single time he posts a shot, it's perfect lighting.
Since we're on David, I mean, I've already said what I'm going to say. I mean, he's just perfect, but he has his other one too.
Yeah, like this is what I'm talking about. Like, look at
this.
this.
My God.
This is like straight up. This looks like 1-to-1 scale.
This looks like a straight up poster, bro. Like,
yeah. David
That's a good question, AO.Z. It really depends on the shot, really. Like that Raphael shot. I'm going to go back to that real quick. The Raphael shot that I posted here. I had one room light on this side of the room. It was just a white light, a cool white light, and this is all from like actual controlled like lighting setup. But this was I had a light on this side of the room, so it helped fill the figure. But what you gotta be careful when you have the room light on is sometimes you can get it just too bright overall. It just gets too much brightness going on. How do you, Harry? Do you shoot with the light on in your room?
Sometimes, most of the time it's in pitch blackness, but sometimes I would turn on my bed lamp. It's
Mhm.
got like this really diffused fabric like around it, so it gives you that really soft fill light. So you don't have to actually go in and do the fill light. You can just use that instead. But it's usually not too bright. It's like it's slightly lit, so you can kind of see the figure, but you can't really see it. And then I'll go in and I'll add my main lighting with my
Usually,
RGB panel.
usually I tend to leave the room light on if I need a faster shutter speed, because I mean every little bit of light helps you not have to pump your ISO up.
Yeah.
So if I need a faster shutter speed, I'll usually leave the room light on. But Raph almost begged for it. Raph was like, let's. I liked how the light was falling off of him and making a nice, soft, consistent light across his body, so I left it on. Lou, we're never gonna be done today. Send me more photos.
Send you one. I'll just send you one more. That's another one that the light wasn't set up.
All right, we'll come back to it. Let me just make sure I'm not skipping anybody else who's been waiting here. Again, this is another Collectors.Orbit.
David again, man. This is.
That's
Dude,
nice.
I'm jealous.
man,
I'm really
Casey.
jealous.
It's great stuff, man. Great stuff.
Really
Love that
jealous
kid.
of his lighting.
He does such a great job, man. Just such a great job. He's even got Sergeant Bananas commenting on his stuff, man. I've never had him comment on my stuff. Now I'm really mad. I've tried to message him, man. He just kind of blew me off, man. I was like, all right. Nomad Figures, my buddy Nomad Figures, the female predator.
Sexy.
Yes,
Yeah.
Machiko
He's
Noguchi.
NECA, I think, right? Or something.
Machiko Noguchi from NECA. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the original Machiko Noguchi.
He gave her a soft, he softened all her features though to make her look, I guess, more real
Feminine.
flesh there.
Either that or he used a Fison body.
If
does
it's
look
a
like a
NECA,
Fison
I
body.
doubt you change the body on that. It's probably because I mean, even the armor is softer. You look at see that is. It looks like Nomad used like a soft setting in Lightroom or whatever. You can set all the stuff to a softer, bring down the clarity and the texture a lot, and make it all soft. So yeah, I think that's what they did here. But nicely lit. I like it.
Does it say custom or does it say NECA on it?
Exhibit Macchio Neko official is what it says.
So yeah, you're probably right. He did all the softener on it because it does look like a Fison. It looks very, very squishy.
Yeah. Yeah. Rocking on, man. Rocking on. Sci-fi universe or sci-fi-verse toy photography.
Very cool.
Nice shot here.
Nice.
Lou, you got anything you want to add?
I would cut some of the foliage on our left, his right, just to bring it in a little bit more, a little tight and closer. Just get rid of some of that foliage because that looks out of scale.
Yeah.
Other than, it looks good.
I would have subject selected this guy a little bit and brought him back in with some more contrast to dehaze him, so he's not quite as hazed as the rest of the surrounding. Just so he pulls out of this a bit. Not a lot. I would have just dehazed him a little bit just to bring him out a little bit more clear through all the haze that you got here. What do you think, Harry?
I actually like the haze here. I feel like it kind of captures that forest, kind of swampy feeling.
I don't want to go too far. Just like a nudge of that dehazer, just to bring some of that contrast back on just him.
But yeah, other than that, I like the shot a lot. The lighting is great. Like I said, it captures that hazy forest, kind of swampy vibe really well. And I think it works for the figure.
Yeah, it was a good shot, man. Great shot.
Great shot.
I do need to find a shot though that I messaged him the other day, and where to go? Must be under the hashtag. Let's see. Oh, no, we.
Holy crap! Is that?
We'll go over that. We'll go over
Rippic
this.
again.
Hold on.
Rippic Tan again.
Yes, it's Rippic Tan. You know
Yeah,
that. You got
can
that
just
back.
tell.
We talked about
Yeah.
this one.
Christ, bro! Like, come on, Daddy, chill. Sheesh.
Yeah.
It's great stuff, man. Great
There
stuff.
is
I thought we talked about this
one-
one, though.
Yeah, there's one problem with the first shot that I think I'm seeing though.
Which is the
That
fall
was
off of the. There's no real fall off on these. There's just kind of.
No, the blaster effects look like there's just kind of copied and pasted
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
But
You
the
want
third
to like
shot,
change
yeah.
the opacity of these a little bit, make them like softer, and as they
Yeah.
get like this one be the softest one, and then a little soft, and then the
It
hardest
looks
one.
like he
this
just
one
copied
too.
it and then he duplicated it and just scaled it down. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, very possible. Very possible.
But
Otherwise,
the
it's
third,
great.
I think the third shot though looked great. Like
Yeah.
you go into the third.
Lou, you got anything you want to add? And then I wanted to find this other shot. I want to make sure.
Oh no, go to the next shot. Go to the next shot.
I gotta find it. I gotta find it, man. I found it earlier, back when I didn't need it, but now I can't find it. Where the heck did it go? Dang nabbit! Maybe it's under my tagged. Let's see. Oh, that's my tag there. What in the?
Maybe it's in your hashtag.
Hold on, I'll refresh it. There it is. All right.
Oh.
Alien toy photography, man. I'll let you guys start.
Go, Harry.
Okay. Right off the bat, okay, let's just start out by saying that I like the setup and I kind of like the poses. I think it could be a bit more natural. But in terms of editing here, I feel like it's too contrasty. You're losing a lot of the shadows, like his leg right there, the left figure. You can't see his leg at all. Like you can't see any of that detail. And that one too.
Wait,
both of them
which
really.
leg?
That one, the blue guy.
Oh,
the blue
I can
guy.
see the legs. You can't see the legs.
Yeah, you can't really see any of the details on there. Like you can't see the padding and the. Yeah.
I got you now.
Yeah, and then I'm not sure what's happening with the cape on the red guy. Is that there?
What is that, velvet?
Sure. I'm not really sure if that's velvet or he added that in, but I think it looks a little edited, I guess. And then in terms of the lightsabers, I feel like it's also a little too contrasty. Like the glow, for example, it looks way too red, and for both of them, and the blue one as well, it looks way too blue. I feel like this is not on screen. I feel like maybe you just kind of threw the effect on there, and then maybe mask out what's around it, maybe. So I think if you can, always set that on screen. It'll give you a more realistic and natural effect.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's about everything.
All right, Lou, you got anything to add?
Oh yes. Poses need work. Definitely the poses need work.
Yeah.
The lighting needs work, and the placement needs work. Because if we're gonna have a couple of duelists using their lightsabers, why would they do it in a subway station? Unless they're in Comic-Con stuff. You get
for a diorama, man. Leave him alone about the subway station. That's not something I'm going to mention. Come on now.
Well, no, I'm just saying because I have the same setup, and I could say it looks like if we're going to con and we're like, okay, we're bored, there's nobody around, let's have a duel.
Maybe they're cosplayers. Maybe they're in New York just playing around.
Yeah,
waiting for the train. There you go.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But placement plays a factor. So normally you wouldn't see this, like this. Placement is everything, bro. Placement is everything. And yeah, I have a feeling he was going for that cosplay look. But posing needs work, lighting needs work, the editing needs work. I agree with Harry. It's too dark on the blue, too dark on the red. It needs to be softened. It's too sharp. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. And the cape needs to be functional a little bit. It needs to be posed up in a specific manner. It doesn't drape, as if it was actually in movement, or if it was just standing still. It looks like it's fixed in that position.
Okay.
But that's the fault of the figure, All
right. As far as the pose go, let me zoom back out of this a little bit. So as far as the pose go, whenever I'm posing a figure, I always take the time. Like if I have any question on how something's being held, like just earlier today, I had that Predator with that staff, going to town against Leo. I'm like, well, how is he going to hold that? So I imagine, I'm holding that, his spear, and this is how I would be swinging it down like this. I got my offhand is my base hand, and my lead hand, the one that's actually directing, is gonna be my main hand. So this is gonna be the over grabbing, grabbing the top of the weapon, so it's gonna have control over it. And my offhand is gonna be the one that's gonna base that control, because this is not gonna have to be as on target. This is just gonna have to sit there and base that and control the fulcrum point. That's all it really does. So stuff like that, you can plan that out in your head before you even pick the figure up and be like, is this how it's going to go? Is that going to be like the pose I want? So I got my wrist turned this way, so I'm going to have the sword come down this way. Just things like that. Just work that out in your head, because
Or you can even do it yourself too. Like just take out like a stick and then just pretend to do
work it out in your head. Get a stick if you have to. I didn't need to get a stick, but the same principle. Work it out in your head before you even pick up the figures, because that way you would know. Because the red guy's his left arm, camera right, is bothering the bejesus out of me, because he's holding it like
I'm not really sure what he's doing
which
there.
I think is what you're going for, maybe across the body to block something.
It's like you're like
the way he's got it is not like that, and it's just kind of funny. So, and I don't know if there's a limitation of the figure, or maybe you just didn't think about the pose too much until you got it in place and you didn't want to mess with it. I don't know. I don't know the reasoning for it, but always try to plan the poses out in real life. Just or before you even get the camera out, as I told Harold before, and it's really up to his game. I think is that I told him, I was like, take your time, get the pose right, then bring the camera out. Don't worry about taking the shots right away. Get the pose right so it looks natural, fluid. Renza sent me a photo. But I don't want to forget AO.Z's question. So that's one of the big things. Now they've already covered, of course, the colors and whatnot with the sabers and the contrast. Harry specifically was mentioning that. So I think you're good there. There's a whole bunch of videos on YouTube and stuff on how to make a lightsaber effect and various photo editing softwares, mainly Photoshop. But I'm sure there are others. I've only ever Googled Photoshop because that's what I have. But I'm sure there are others, and they can probably help you get the lightsaber effects proper, because you really need this. These lines fall on the edges of the saber are way too harsh.
So honestly, like I've made my own presets of lightsabers using After Effects. So if anybody needs them, just message me and I can send them all to you. I have,
not everybody has After Effects, but yeah.
Yeah, but no, I have the actual file. Like I made the sabers, and then I exported them, with the black background, so you don't have to go back into After Effects every single time you do.
Well, send that my way, man. Save me some headache.
Yeah, I didn't know you needed them, so yeah.
I don't need them, but it would save me some time.
Yeah, for sure. But if anybody wants them or needs them, like just let me know. Like I can send them over to you. Like it's really quick. You don't have to keep going back to After Effects or anything like that every single time. It's a hassle.
Thank you, Crimson, by the way. Appreciate it. Harry, maybe what I'll do is for the members, we'll make a pack we can offer them.
Yeah.
Make them,
that'd
if
be great.
if you don't mind sharing that pack, we'll offer it to the members.
Not at all.
Tier. Yeah. So if you want to be a member and you want to get a lightsaber pack, just sign up for the membership.
Just let me know. I made them in After Effects, so it should look pretty good. All you need to do is throw them on top of your pictures, set the blending mode to screen, and you're good to go.
Yeah. Let me check out of this real quick and show you guys what After Effects. I've used them in the past. After Effects lightsabers. Let's see if I can find a good one here. This one I needed to put a blur on, but yeah, this is an After Effects lightsaber here. Yeah, that glow is. That's what you want to focus on right here. I should have put a blur on it, but I goofed up on this picture. But but there's your glow, and that's how that works. And
or I think if you can go to my Yoda shot, I think that's a pretty good.
All right, we'll go check that example. In a second. I just wanted to see if I had one that wasn't one of those, so I could show them the difference. I do. Here's one where I didn't use After Effects and I drew it. And see how this is a bit harsher?
Yeah.
Not quite as fluid and clean. So the After Effects ones are really great. We'll go to his Yoda one real quick. Yoda. Boom.
Yeah, I think that's a good example of what it should look like. Yeah.
Beautiful After Effects, man. Beautiful. I'm loving
you
that.
get that really, really soft, nice glow, and it looks super realistic and natural. So
Yeah.
you guys can totally just get that if you want. Just let Mr.
You know, all
Moss
you
here
have to
know.
do is put there and change the blend mode, and it'll
Yep.
boop, right there. Now, what about people that are using like any kind of lightsaber where it's not just up and down or straight out or something? If it's like an angle, I mean, how does you get it?
If it's an angle, you can just use the same thing and just distort it. Yeah, just
Okay.
Control T, go to Edit, Transform, and then you
yeah.
can, and then you can just distort it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, really the big standout thing here, as far as color grading wise, is just the way the lightsabers came out. I mean, that's the biggest thing we would like you to take this at the heart and work on. We can work on the rest with you later, Alien, if you want, but there's a lot of contrast here, so you may want to tone that down a bit. It might look really great and all, but to you, but it's not quite working, particularly with a lightsaber, because when it gets on the lightsaber, it does this to it, and it's adding that really harsh border on it. It's not working. Let me take a look what the chat's saying here real quick. AO.Z says, what is one photography advice that everyone needs to know other than rim lights, of course?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
What do you have, Moss?
Photography, photography in general or toy photography is a question, because there's two different things. I mean, I think I touched on a big one. Work out your pose before you even start really shooting, and then adjust it for the light thereafter. You got to take the time, get that pose right, because everything else is going to just fall apart. If you don't have that pose right, no matter how you change the lighting or something, it's not going to work. It's just really weird like that. But if you want to stick to just photography, man, you can never have too many lights. You might not use them all in one shot, but there's a reason to have, like right now, I'm in the market for a bigger light, because all I have these panels and stuff, and you want that big light, because that big light's going to give you a really soft, like the bigger the light, the softer that light's going to be on your toy. So if you get a light that takes up the size almost of the toy, then you're going to have a nice soft light around your figure, and that's going to work out really well. So lighting, I mean, I'm always in the market for lighting. I need a big light with maybe some grid attachments, soft box, that kind of deal, so I can play around with like actual, I can do more daylight type stuff, because right now I'm kind of restricted to nighttime shots with the lights that I have.
Yeah, like something like this wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I got something like that for my video right here, but I don't have a stand to move it, and it doesn't have any kind of control on the brightness at all. It's just
yeah.
So, but anyway, go ahead, Harry. I didn't know if that was your answer, if you're just speaking.
No, yeah, lighting is obviously the main key to photography. I would say if you can find a way to diffuse your light, control your light, using grids and whatnot, that's something that you should definitely look into. And of course, rim lights. You can never have enough rim lights, in my opinion. But yeah, just pay attention to your shadows as well. You don't want them to be too dark. You want some sort of fill in there for sure. So yeah, a bounce card would be perfect for that. Yeah, so bounce card, and then diffuse your light in some ways, and then just composition. Like those are the main things.
All right, and Ren sent me something, so I'm gonna go check that out real quick.
Let's take a look at that.
I just want to pull it up real quick and then do it. This is beautiful.
Ooh,
look at this, man. This is a great shot.
this
RT
112?
Figures. This is his old account, I guess. Ren's apparently had his account hacked like I did.
Oh, of course.
So
This
I'm not
is
gonna like
112, right?
I think so. I think the Deadpool kind of sells it as 112 the way his mask is, but yeah.
Yeah, I love this. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything negative to say about this.
The only thing I
Beautiful,
got to
beautiful
say about it,
lighting.
with any kind of negative, is I want to bring a little bit more light to his face here. Not a whole lot, just a more defined shadow, because it's just a black. At least that's what I'm seeing. I like to bring this out with a light bounce to it, just a small bounce.
I was just talking about that too. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like the dark kind of works with this shot right here.
It might. I might.
Yeah, it looks like a poster type of shot, and I think it works.
Yep.
Yes.
Batman and Deadpool.
Yeah, I think you have the same one too, AO.Z, I think. So you've done a few shots with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a beautiful shot. I have
What do you think,
nothing.
Lou? Before I know you're getting ready to go, and we're trying to wrap this up here.
Agreed. I'll dot to that. Yeah, they looked a little too saturated for my liking, a little too bright. But then it doesn't
Everyone's-
emit enough light around it, everybody. So that's a little weird. But
Yeah, this is a nice shot. Maybe a little more light on the face of Batman, but then again, maybe not because he does, seem more brooding and hides himself in the dark. You know, so you know, I think it's fine.
Yeah, I
But
love the pose though. The pose is phenomenal. I
Yeah.
love the lighting on him. I just personally would like to bring just a little bit of detail out on this
on the
side.
face, yeah,
Right here.
just a little bit,
Not a lot. Just. I want the shadows. I still want the shadows and the darkness in the face, but I just want some lines, like just some like a cheekbone kind of, or the part of the mask, just a little bit there. That's all I want. I don't want I don't want it lit up to be like, ah, yeah, that's Bruce Wayne.
It goes back. This goes back to him loving silhouettes.
Nothing that extreme at all. Just some subtle, very subtle. And Pablo, what's up, man? We went over some of your stuff earlier in the stream.
Pablo.
When you go back and the rewind and watch it, man, you'll see we go over your stuff, man.
Yeah.
But, Ren, this is fantastic, dude. I love this, man. This is great. I said, the only thing I would ask is maybe to come back and pull this just a little bit. But Harry disagrees. Harry says you're good.
Yeah,
So-
I love it.
So there you go. Take that as you will. And I would like this, but I don't want to help whoever hacked your account out with anything. So
Oh God, these hacked accounts, man. Come on. Man.
Motherfuckers.
I know it's brutal. It's brutal. But let's see here. Do we got anything else here we got to go over? And if I missed you guys, I apologize. We had a lot of pictures today, and they were spread out through a gazillion different places. So next week, though, like I said, one of the things I want to get for next week is I want you guys to post your camera and the lens that you're shooting with. If it's a phone, just the phone, what kind of phone it is. I would love to know so we can better address your concerns or needs or whatever when we're talking about your shots. So that'd be great. Let's see. So let's see. I just want to make sure we're not missing anything here. Yeah, Mezco BV, Batman. Feeling that it's a comic book. That could be a comic book cover. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
All Mezco, the Batman is body swapped. Okay. It's still
Okay.
a beautiful, beautiful figure.
Very cool.
Figgy, I'd love to see how this would look with the hair light hitting the back of Batman's head. It's actually got a decent amount of light there. I'm going to bring that back up.
All right.
Did a good run.
I got a dip. I wanted to talk about the last shot that I sent you before I dip.
Oh, yes, sir. You sent another shot.
Yeah, because I gotta go to work. I'm already running late. So that's another shot where I didn't use any other kinds of lighting except for the one in the room, and it gave me enough yellow to kind of give me like, okay, the sun's peaking or the sun's about to set, and we're looking at, Raph like, where did it come up with this stuff kind of moment.
I can see that happening. Lou, man, this is another great shot.
Yeah.
The only thing I might have done is if you had any kind of small light to just give him a harder light on this back from like the sun, just on him, just a little harder light here, just to make it look like the sun maybe just come around the corner, just tagged him a little bit, but it's still daylight. It's just giving you that because he can keep in a shadow, but I feel like he needs just a hard light right here. I mean,
but.
Doesn't have to. It still
Doesn't have to though. And not everything needs to be harsh.
Man.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean
the
the sun
hope
could be
is-
behind a thing of clouds, so it's diffused and soft.
It's
could be the
New
case
York,
as well.
man.
Yeah.
It's New York, man. We get the weirdest clouds sometimes. Oh my God. I've seen one that looks like popcorn. Like we had literally a sky of popcorn. It was
That's kind of
ridiculous.
cool though.
Yeah, it was cool. Took a couple of shots of those, but
Mhm.
that was like what?
Yeah.
Back in 2015, 2016.
But yeah,
Well, in
that
any
could be the
case-
case here, so
hard warmer light here that would help differentiate it from a shot that you're shooting on a set versus a shot that really could be outside. I mean, this is
Yeah.
Vince, you know. I mean, I just feel like that hard light would have been like just an extra little bit of something in that outside just going on, bringing it in. Yeah, but I understand limitations too. So,
well, if you zoom in closer, you can see it's harsh enough.
it's a little bit harder right here. Yeah, a little bit
Yeah.
light here, but I want that solid line of like really bright right
Yeah,
there.
you want solid lines in
My opinion.
blackness, bro. You need solid lines in the shadows, bro.
All right,
You need
Lou.
etch a sketch.
All right.
Nah, but guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notification anytime Maz decides to pop up a video instead of a live stream of any projects that he's working on the cut, because he's always doing something.
Dude, I
And
got a collection video I got to do here soon, but I don't want to film right now because my wife's off this whole week. It's our anniversary this week, so she's
Same here.
right now playing Horizon Forbidden West. So
Cool.
don't want to take up her time. But I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying same here is my anniversary with my wife to be. So yeah, Thursday.
Oh yeah.
So, but guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe. Harry, it's a pleasure. Maz,
Yeah, always a pleasure.
I'm gonna catch
Thank
you
for
guys.
stopping by.
Thanks for coming in, Lou. Appreciate it. We'll hope
Yeah.
to see you next week with Anthony. I think we might have next week too. So
All right, sounds good. We'll see what happens.
Awesome.
Because
All right.
life, kids, the works.
Yep.
Peace.
Easy, peace, man.
out.
So let me see Figgy, but even with the way it's outstanding. I agree.
Batman shop, yes.
Later, Big Dog Pound. Later. We're about to take off too.
Big
Ale,
Dog,
is that
yep.
another great session today? Thank you.
sir. Thank you for dropping by. Yeah.
P Rock is in the house, man. He just popped in. But we're about to wrap it up. Going a little long today though, so
Yeah, almost 3 hours today.
Sorry. We had a lot of pictures to go through. I
A lot to
feel
talk
bad.
about. Yeah, a lot to talk about today.
I think we missed some, but
Did we?
single songwriter Dusk at Donatello's. This is PO. Man, we went through some of the stuff. I came in late, sorry, but I wanted to say that for the Warhammer shot, I used a 40mm macro and a Nikon Z50. That was a beautiful shot, man. Three light. It was very nice,
shot.
man. I love that shot. God, one more time. Let's see if it's here or if I got to fight for it. No, these are probably yours, and I didn't get to those today, but that's not the one. I don't know where it is. This is the damn hashtag curse, but yeah. Oh, there.
Shot in Sonic. I didn't even notice those.
Yeah, 3 lights. It's a 40mm macro. That's tight for 40mm. So you want a crop sensor like a mirrorless?
It's possible.
But yeah, this is beautiful, man. I love it. But yeah, Harry, what do you got going on this week, man? You gonna have some pictures for us? I know you got Qui-Gon coming in. Are you gonna?
Yeah, and probably Qui-Gon probably won't be here this week. Probably next week, maybe. But I'm trying to get back into shooting Marvel stuff. I've been doing a lot of Star Wars.
Yeah.
So
you more Star Wars figures.
Yeah, I do have a lot of Star Wars figures, and I'm getting more. So, and that's my main thing right now. Star Wars hype is all time high right now. But I have a lot of Marvel things that I've been wanting to shoot. So I'm gonna try and get some Marvel stuff, but we'll see.
All right. Yeah, as for me, man, probably next week I'm gonna start recording some actual stuff. I am gonna do a collection tour. And then I also want to try to figure out how to film myself doing actual photography sessions and talking about what I'm doing. I haven't found that sweet spot yet. I've been trying to do it, but I feel like the quality is just not there, and I just can't. I just forget about it. Like there's several.
I have the same issues. I've tried a few times, and it's like
and I'm just
so
like
limited in space, and
yeah. How do you guys do get all the talky bit to line up, when you take the camera over there, then you're sitting over here and this is where you're doing most of your shot. I don't get it, man. It's like I need help or something. I don't know. Ed wants a review of the Maji case, man. Oh wow, okay. Thank you, Figgy. Thank you. Dude, I'm still dude, I didn't get to go over this, man. We went to dinner last night. Oh my god. I'm a much more practical person. This is a little sidebar, guys, real quick. Much more practical. We go out to dinner, and we usually, the most expensive we do is like, bonefish or something, or Outback, or something like that. But for our anniversary this time, we went to like a real restaurant, like where they don't with like a freezer. What's that? What's a microwave? I have no idea.
Yeah, you got to.
Oh my god. I'm so spoiled now. I had Jersey Mike's for dinner tonight. I was like, what is this garbage? I would have been fine with that up until yesterday, but I was like, what is this garbage that I'm eating right now?
Yeah.
This is
once
not a
you,
creme brulee crab, or this is not a
Yeah.
creme brulee cheesecake, with all the vegetables. That was the other thing, man. Not vegetables, but fruits. But like we had like blueberries with the dessert, and you go to Kroger and you get blueberries, and you're just like, whatever, it's there, but it's kind of a duller flavor, right? And then you go to this restaurant, man, you got the blueberries, and I was like, pop, and like it was like Skittles can just explode in my mouth, just like, what in the hell just happened? I was like, why when I go to Kroger do I not get blueberries like this? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
But you will get more though. You will get more in quantity. I'll say that. When you go to a fancy restaurant,
Quantity doesn't matter after you've gone there, man. That was delicious, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, I had steak and lobster, right? So, and the steak, unbeknownst to me when I ordered, I was telling her, I was like, we're ordering a lot of food. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it. Steak will be the last thing, because we never get seafood. I was like, steak will be the last thing I eat. It'll be like if I have space, I'll eat it, but I want dessert and I want the lobster and that kind of stuff, right? So, but when we get to it, the steak's like little medallions, like this big, two of these, and I'm like, that's not a lot, and there's a little lobster tail wrapped around the top of it, and then you bite into it, and it was like so soft, it just melted in my mouth, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, I've never had that experience before. I even love the Brussels sprouts, dude. I was like,
I cook my own steak, so yeah.
But now I know what a steak tastes like if it's never touched a freezer before, because they have a butcher on site.
Oh yeah, that's gonna
like, oh
of course.
My god. So
fresh
yeah,
as you're gonna get.
Yeah, that was a very expensive dinner though.
Of course. It's anniversary, and you can't really avoid it.
But and then I did a wine tasting there at the same time. It was like 6 different wines, and they give me 2 ounces of each.
Yeah, it's fancy when you do wine tasting.
Yeah, it was like $30, and you get to try 6 different wines, and yeah, it was. Oh my god, it was so good. But anyway, I digress.
I'm getting hungry. Yep, I'm getting hungry just talking about this.
All right, guys. So
food.
Thursday, if anything drops or whatever, I think we have Best of the Best. I may be on that on Brother Cousin stream. But other than that, I'll be back Tuesday for another toy photography talk. Make sure you send in your submissions, #ToyMoz, and make sure you tag at Moz_toy_box, and get that into us so that we can go over your shots next week. And please, when you do that, make sure that you put in your camera information. I would love to know what kind of lens you're using and the camera you're using, so that we can better address anything that we want to talk about there, and like what could possibly be worked around, if anything is worked around. And also, don't forget the membership, because now I think Harry is going to offer us the Saber Pack, so that you'll have pre-made lightsabers, any color, right? Green, purple,
green,
blue.
I don't have purple.
red.
I have green, blue, and red at the moment. But if you guys want purple, I just make that really quick. Shouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah, and gold. I think those are the big ones. So
okay,
green,
I can do gold.
Purple, blue, red, gold, because you get that
for sure.
Those would be the only ones I think you need to make sure you have. I think it's the primary colors of lightsabers. So,
yep.
So yeah. Other than that, guys, I think that's it. So make sure you become a member, get access to that, get the wallpapers. Be really awesome. And Harry, again, I appreciate every time you're here.
Of course. Anytime. It's my pleasure to just
it's my
help
pleasure.
out, fellow. No,
my pleasure.
It's all of our pleasures here. Just helping out fellow photographers.
We're pleasuring each other. That
great. Jeez. I didn't say that. I'm out of here.
All right, guys. Have a great night. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you guys for dropping by. Please drop a like, subscribe, bell notification. Thank you.